Are you ready?
I did say I was, yeah. I only needed 1 second. I said I was ready.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. Then we're
Returning
back,
back to
baby.
this.
Yeah, we're back, baby. I think it would behoove us to start this out with a bit of a recap, since it's been 2 weeks and all that sorts of stuff. So, just as a quick recap of what you guys did and what happened is that you guys were on the tail of the cult of the Devourer, having gained knowledge that they were looking for a super weapon that could potentially wipe out the entirety of the Pact Worlds. And so you guys gained some information that led you to believe that they were heading towards Najor 6, the system you are currently in. So you traveled to there, where you are now, landed on the floating city of Istamak, and discovered that the cultists had indeed been here, but had left, but that they had entered into the temple found, which you believe to house some sort of pertinent information that may lead you to finding this super weapon. And so you guys met up with some of the inhabitants of this place, the Kish, who told you that you would have to head into the Maze of Ghosts and the House of Renewal in order to gain access to the Temple Found. And so you guys headed into the Maze of Ghosts and found a message that kind of seemed incomplete. And so you guys were, I think, the plan was going to the House of Renewal. And that's just very broad strokes.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys are now inside of the Maze of Ghosts, having just defeated. No,
We did defeat. We went around.
Yeah,
Yeah, we circumvented the
yeah.
angry hologram.
And we also found out that the passcode to open up the temple is inside the temple, so that's not helping us really.
Yeah. I just remembered how we ended last session, because we ended it on Ezra going up to the seemingly inert hologram and it reactivating and attacking him.
Yes, it did. We were gonna try and hack a computer terminal.
Yeah, you guys realized that there was a projector next to it, like over here on the table, that seemed to be malfunctioning. Oh damn! I assumed that you guys had managed to handle this, so I deleted the initiative tracker. Oh boy. Well, I guess we're jumping into combat.
Oh.
Apparently, I had slightly forgotten about that.
Where are all my things? There we go.
Oh, there's the angriest hologram.
A hologram that's also real.
The angriest hologram that could.
The angriest real hologram.
It's a red
Did it
wolf
actually
hologram.
link? Okay, did.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so we'll just keep it like this. So we're jumping into combat with Ezra, starting the round off. And so yeah, you are being attacked by this hologram. And next to it is what looks to be a malfunctioning projector that seems to be kind of, projecting the hologram.
Holy cannoli. Okay, well. Well, we will start off said combat by giving myself a force field as an action and using my bonus action to combat track the hologram. Boom. That's a turn.
That is a turn. Then it is the hologram's turn. Fine, I need to pull up. Where is he? He has some abilities. Oh yeah, he's going to hit you with his fists twice. So as he rears up to punch you, his kind of holographic-y hands materialize and punch you. Maybe.
Holy
28
crap.
and 19. I assume.
19 won't
Yeah.
hit, but the 28 will.
Okay, make me a reflex save.
20.
Yeah, you pass. And you take 19 points of damage. As this hologram rears back and kind of materializes a fist in its hand and punches you.
I remember
In the
why we
face.
ran away last time.
Yeah. So it is
Also,
going to be Kish John's turn, and he is apprehensive about fighting this thing. He's just going to go behind this wall and hide because he doesn't want to attack it. So it's Karen.
You have to be one square too far. I'm going to move up. Sadly, wherever I go, I'm going to get cover, so I'm just going to go to here and inspire Ezra.
Woo!
So you get
Feel-
27 back.
I feel so inspired.
It's like you took no damage at all. And that's me done.
It is Demotrolon.
Alrighty. I'm going to attempt to identify the weak point on the hologram. Boy, howdy, I hope that
I mean,
passes.
it very much passes.
And flanking the hologram and murdering the hologram.
With what are you attacking the hologram?
Oh, it doesn't say. My sword cane.
1 second.
Plus that.
So you swing. Okay, well now it's super important that I look up this roll because this is a lot of damage.
It's only
Incorporeal.
33 damage.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of damage. Yeah, I have to look up this roll real quick.
Would hacking the projector still take the normal 3 rounds?
Let's see here. The projector. Let's see here. It would take. That's repairing it. So, hacking it would be. Let's see. It would be akin to hacking maybe a tier 3 computer, but if there would be a hefty. It would be a hefty penalty to trying to hack this because it is such alien technology. So it would be quite difficult to do. All energy attack. Okay. Is your sword thing magical?
It is not.
So as you swing your sword at this hologram, it just passes through the hologram, and it just doesn't even register it.
I was
Almost
afraid
as
of that.
it dealt no damage.
Maybe it needs to be energy weapons.
Energy weapons or magical weapons. This thing is a ghost. It is an actual ghost. It's not a hologram.
It's a hologram ghost.
It's a hologram of a ghost.
Yeah.
It's a hologhost. It's a space.
Or it's a ghost of a hologram.
Do
Maybe.
you want to fight this thing, or do you want me to tell Beatrice to turn off the powers?
Well, I think Ezra and
The
I
power,
can keep it distracted.
Sorry to butt in, but the power is currently turned off.
I thought we turned it on.
No, when you guys were entering into here through the secret door, you turned it off because you knew the hologram was about.
Oh, okay. So I could have sworn it turned it on so we could have all the lights and all the other stuff on. Okay.
Yeah, I thought we had it on for the lights.
I mean, we can have it be so that it's turned on and you can turn it off, but I'm trying to tell you, like, the hologram will still be here.
Could be a backup generator.
Well,
Okay,
I think
then.
whatever it is, Ezra and I can keep it distracted long enough for whoever to
Mess
hack
around with
computer.
the projector.
Yeah.
Well, you are in front of the projector right now.
I'd probably be most likely the one to be able to get hacked it. So
Well, if the projector is here, there's a hologram in your way, Ezra. The only one who could actually touch it would be Tomorrowland.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cannot even do in this situation then.
Can you affect the hologram so it has a less chance of hitting them?
Close from choice would be close enough. If not, I can move.
I can survive quite a few hits. I barely got touched.
Can I move a little bit?
Yeah, but that was only
close?
one hit. It looks like he's trying to do two, so around double that damage, and I can't inspire you anymore. And we're not even talking about crits.
Yeah. Move there and guess cast or summon or whatever. Wisp ally on the hologram. To
The wisp becomes friends with the ghost.
Hello there, ghost friend. How fare you?
and I never can remember what those do.
You should add it into the spell.
Yeah, I probably should. Mm. Okay, so covering fire was the other one. So I guess I'll tell it to.
There you go.
Grant
That's what
covering
they
fi-
both do.
Thank you.
It's either +2 to our attacks or +2 to our AC. Well, one person's AC.
Blah. I guess covering fire to grant bonus to the Motrolan's AC. I don't know. Which one of you needed more?
Well, it depends if the hologram can see if Jamotrulan would be affecting the projector and move his attention to him instead.
Yeah, I guess the Motrolan, because he's kind of the position to.
Is Jamotrulan going to try and hack or repair or whatever you're going to do with the projector? Or do you want to leave that to Ezra?
I guess I can do that. Yeah, I mean, if Ezra has the Ghosty Boy's attention, I'll do it.
I might be able to do something. Give me a sec. PHB.
What Goose, what are the other options we could do with the projector as a computer besides hacking?
It's not a computer. I am just treating it as a computer for the purposes of the.
That's why I called it a
hacking.
projector.
Yeah. So, in regards to what you could do with it, you could. For example, you might be able to fix it, though that would probably take too much time currently. Or you could try and destroy it. Although, according to the breaking objects rules, that might be ridiculously difficult, if I'm understanding this correctly. But that is an option.
I can remote hack from 20 feet away.
Does it provoke?
Did you get the remote hack trick?
You just get remote hack as a mechanic.
It's a mechanic trick.
It is not actually. It is the fifth. It is actually their 5th level ability.
Is the projector magical?
No, it is not.
Then I can break it if I can get close enough to it.
The mechanic tricks modify your hacking. They do not allow it to do remote hacking. I got remote hack at 5th level.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can still just hack that thing from here. So it doesn't matter to Motrolon standing there.
But does it provoke?
I don't know if hacking provokes. it doesn't.
No.
say.
Like attacks of opportunity are only provoked if you, I think, if you cast a spell or like it's very specific things. It's very specific, like 2 things. So like hacking wouldn't provoke.
So there you go.
But
I can do that on my turn.
I'm trying to look up some more concrete rules on how many rounds it would take for you to hack a computer, because I'm not finding it in the computers skill section.
You have to go to a very different book, like normal.
Yeah. I've
of
got
course.
some references for that. Give me one second.
Thank you, Paizo.
Yeah,
really.
you gotta have 4 books out.
It's how they sell copies.
Yeah, they're getting their White Wolf on. Got that. And we got this here too.
It's actually kind of insane to me that the first thing that I thought of when I was wanting to look up the rule of how many rounds it would take was to look into the first book of the adventure path. Like, what? it should just be on the computer skill thing.
It should be, and yet I dropped some links into the Discord that help to explain computers and the bullshit that computers are in Starfinder.
Oh, okay, so it requires a number of full round actions. Okay, so yeah, for the purposes of this hack, I'm going to treat this as a, let's say, tier 3 computer. So that was going to be 3 full actions to hack it, and it is going to have its DC increased.
When you said the damaging object rules were weird, where are you looking? Because I'm in the combat
Okay.
part of the site, and object, it doesn't seem as bad as Pathfinder.
I'm looking at smashing an object in the game mastering structures section of the Starjammer,
Okay,
and it tells. It's telling me that each object has a hardness, and whenever an object takes damage, you subtract the hardness from the damage.
Yeah.
So, for example, if an item has 25 hardness, you would have to deal 26 or more damage to it to even be able to damage it.
That's similar to Pathfinder, but energy gets around that, but then energy is halved if it's not a relevant type. So fire for cloth, electricity for robots, etc.
I can just break it if I can get to a touching distance.
I'm reading the rules now if it's the same. But if you want to do that as well, Ava, there's a lot of people in there right now.
Yeah, I know. But just letting you know that if you want to break it, then I can break it if I can like touch it.
Okie doke.
Or if you want to hack it, then that's fine too. Just no need to smash it. Unless you absolutely want to. Which I guess is fine.
Okay, so Ava, is your turn done?
Yeah. I don't think there's any way for Beatrice to come here.
Okay.
At least not in a good amount of time.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
take a few rounds. Okie doke, then we are going to throw it over to Ezra.
Okay, so am I hacking? Is this our plan?
If you think you're going to be able to.
Well, let's give it a shot. I mean, if I fail, we just do something else.
It's going to be 3 rounds.
It's going to be 3 full round actions where you will not be doing anything else but hacking this thing.
That's
and
fine.
I'm wondering right now,
Can you split 4 round actions like you can in Pathfinder?
wherein you take a 2 standard actions instead of a full round action.
No, well, kind of, but you use one action from one turn, the next action you use the second turn.
Yeah, you use the standard action to start the full round action. In Pathfinder, it's a very specific action to do that. Like it states upfront that it is a specific action to use your standard action to start a full round action. Gosh, I said action a whole bunch there.
Action.
Yeah,
Action.
but Starfinder does not have that rule as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
So you would not be able to do so.
It's just because I can give him actions, so if I could have done that, I would do that, but if Starfinder doesn't have it, it doesn't have it.
Yeah,
Give it a
no,
shot.
it doesn't. So I'm wondering here, if it attacks you, if you would lose, like if you would have to make like a concentration check. Does that make sense? Or I could have it increase the DC.
I don't know. I
Concentration
mean,
checks don't exist for like casters.
Yeah.
if I
Like,
if I found a part of a password out and then he attacks me, I still know that part of the password.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to whenever you're hit by an attack, I'm going to have you make a fortitude save, and if you succeed on that, nothing happens. But if you fail, I'm going to increase the DC of the check slightly.
No. Okay.
I think that's pretty fair. Okay, so this is round
If they're
1,
both
I
hacking
think.
it, could they add their own 4-round actions? So both of them would add in 2, so it'd only take 1.5 rounds.
Yeah. if both of you are hacking it, I'll treat it as it would only take 1.5 rounds, and I would have whoever has the highest computers to do the actual rolling, and the one who has the lower computer to make an assist check.
To just think of those bad CSI moments where they have 4 people with their hands on the same keyboard.
No, it was a CSI episode where they had 2 separate keyboards that they were using in tandem. Oh, so terrible. Okay, it is
Wait,
the mayor's
Was
turn.
I supposed to roll?
No, you roll at the end of the hackage.
Oh, okay.
At which point we will see if you succeed or fail. Since Dimetrilon didn't actually do anything to him, he's just going to continue hitting Ezra in the face. So plus 14 here. So 21 and 31.
21 misses.
Yeah. Okay. Make me a fortitude save and a reflex save. No, actually, this has basically an inbuilt mechanic for this, so you don't have to make me a fortitude save. So we'll just
Okay, ignore that then.
Yeah, ignore the fortitude save. But if you fail the reflex save that you have to make whenever he hits you, then you'll take the penalty. But you succeed, but you do take 16 points of damage as he hits you in the face. Alrighty, it is Kish John's turn. He is just going to start to he kind of puts his just back against the wall and starts to kind of sink down, clutching his axe, and he's kind of just muttering to himself. He really doesn't like this. And he has his eyes closed. Okay, Carmen.
I can't do too much from this angle. Would I know if a hologram could be clever fainted?
I think it could. It just needs an intelligence score, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just make me, I guess. Yeah. You. I think it would be fair to make the assumption. So yes. And it definitely succeeds.
This is... Oh yeah, I have a macro for this.
Oh, damn.
Ooh.
That's a critical hit. I think it's... Is it immune to deafen? I don't know.
Well, it could hear us earlier. I don't know if it's weird rules of this hologram that is also real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't question it. It's space. Space is weird.
I mean, it also doesn't really have like ears and the inner parts of the ear.
I just blow out its audio device.
Can you deafen a speaker with a blast like that?
Yeah,
you
but
deafen a human or a humanoid.
You can damage the aux
blow out a
cord.
speaker.
Oh, yeah.
In this specific instance, however, it is immune to your deafenage, but it does still take 7 points of damage.
7?
From yours. Yes, because it has...
I know it takes 7, do I? Or you start slip of the tongue?
I mean, I can also say, oh, it feels like it's not doing as much to the hologram. I mean,
it appears that it is doing reduced damage.
So it's resistant to electricity, or sonic rather. I have another electricity gun I could use, or do I? Actually, yeah, I do have an electric gun I could use next time. See if that's any better. I guess as my move action, I shall take out my static pistol in the other hand.
Okay. Then we are going to head to Dimetrilon.
Alright, so Carvin and Ezra are hacking the thing.
No,
So
I'm not.
Oh.
You're the better hacker than me.
Would you like to assist me?
I will assist Ezra in hacks.
Remember the cool shades.
That is a beautiful assist. And after 3 rounds, we will see the result of the hack.
Well, 1.5.
So
Oh,
well, yeah. Basically, on Ezra's next turn, or at the end of Ezra's next round, you don't get to move when you take the full round action.
I wasn't moving. I tried drawing shades on my token, but the draw
it's
goes
beneath
on
you.
under layer, and so I couldn't draw on myself, which makes me very sad.
Oh.
Goose can
okay,
just
yeah,
right-click your token, set you to back. Then it should do it.
Hit it. Okay.
Oh, didn't do it for me. Fair enough.
Wait, what is happening? Why can't you draw? This is the most important thing. No.
Well, if you click on a token and set it to back, anything we draw should be on above us. But it didn't work into Mortraland's case. Looks like this guy. Oh no, I see a grey speck on his face. It's just looks like a scouter more than glasses. Oh, there we go.
It just goes to the layer underneath it.
I can see it.
Oh, well,
Maybe because it's your token, so you're always on the front.
yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
So now that happens whenever I do special effects in my games. Everyone just sees their characters on top of the special effect. But the stream can see it, so it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's the most important thing.
All right. Anyhow, so
yeah,
now I've got
anyway,
my
what-
shades, and we're doing Hack of the Gibson.
Your fancy hacking shades.
This is most
Yeah, and
important.
hack without shades. So I'll assign the wisp to give covering fire to Ezra instead. So Ezra has +2 to AC against the hologram.
+2 to AC.
There isn't really all that much I can do.
Did you want to get closer so you don't have to use your move action next turn or something? Then you'd be in 30 feet here, anything that's within 30 feet range.
Yeah, I guess I can move a little bit closer. Guess I'll just try to take a shot at it. I forgot to specify, but it would be lethal because it's a ghost type thing.
But that, I think that hits. Wait, no, it has cover from.
Yeah, it's cover, but it is flat-footed, so it's only -2, really.
There's a +2 to its AC. Where is it? AC. That's EAC. Thanks to the flat footage, you do just barely manage to hit it.
Also, if it matters anyway, that counts as magical, as well as electric.
Does that?
It's electric. Boogie woogie.
Magic, electric,
It's magical electricity.
magic, electricity, magic. If
No,
that matters, I don't know if it does.
It does not.
Okay.
It matters to us. It looks more fancy.
It's
Yeah,
extra,
exactly.
Extra sparkly.
It's like glowing electricity, like woo.
Extra sparkle.
Apparently, it's also Sulu.
Yes, it is.
Sparkles plus.
Extra saturated. Like there's the lightning bolt, but it's more blue than normal.
Okay, so we head to Ezra's turn. Wait, did you have anything else you wanted to do?
Nope, not at this time.
Then we head to Ezra, who takes a full round action to complete the hack and make me that hack check.
What's the
This needs-
bonus since the motion?
You have a +2 bonus for the assist.
So +2 to whatever I roll here. Oof.
That
22.
is not enough. That's not even enough for the base tier 3 computer.
That was depressingly low on the roll.
That's
boy.
not a good roll.
No,
so
that was a really bad roll.
The hackage does not go
That
through.
was disappointingly bad.
Yeah,
I know. That was a really terrible roll. Rolled
It's not a
6.
good roll. Alrighty then we're going to head back to the hologram, who's going to continue slapping Ezra in the face. Because he can.
It's just not nice.
Oh, no, that's bad. That's very not good.
This is why I said crits.
Oh,
Oh no, let's...
Well, both of those hit.
So I'm just going to throw the total damage out there. It's going to be 3d12 plus 24, a total of 49 points.
Oh.
So what are you doing for your next character, Ezra?
Yeah. How
Hey, I'm still up. Don't you
He's
knock
making
me
he's
out
making a man made out of metal.
yeah.
yet. I still have 36 health.
Metal Man. Make me 2 reflex saving throws.
Yeah, still have 36 health. Boop. And boop.
Success and failure. So you are dazzled for 1 round. What does that mean? I have no idea.
Because I'm about to ask you that exact question.
Carvin, your turn.
I still have 36
I
health.
think it's -1 to all your stuff.
36 out of what?
36
Yeah.
out of 46.
It's actually not even that bad. It's just a -1 penalty to attack rolls and sight-based perception checks. So it's actually pretty mild.
So the hack didn't work.
No, the hack did not succeed.
Damn.
So are we gonna just destroy it? Ava, do you just need to go and touch it to do it?
I just need to touch it
If
to
all
do
else
it, and
fails,
preferably in a
oh,
way
oh.
that the ghost doesn't get to me, because it would be a spell.
Well, it's flat-footed, so it doesn't matter. You can just walk up to there and do it, because you're after Tumultuland, so he can move out of the way.
Yep.
Unless your speed is lower than 25, for some unknown
No.
reason.
Boy, I hope not.
Tumultuland, what are you going to do on your turn?
Well, given that the hack has failed, I'm probably just going to try shooting the ghost, or maybe I'll just stab the projector.
Or Ava needs to touch the projector to destroy it with her spell. And since you're using a
Alright.
sword on something that's metal, I don't know if you're going to be doing much damage to it.
I don't know, I'm pretty strong. Alright, so Ava needs to touch it, so I can back the hell up and trick attack the ghost thing again. With a gun this time. My energy gun this time. Yeah, okay.
Alright, I will clever feint again, using my electricity gun this time.
Might that be a failure? No. Wait. Yes, it actually is.
Tumultuland, your trick attack makes them flat-footed, doesn't it?
Yes. I can either make him bleed or make him flat-footed. In this case, I don't think it's going to be bleeding.
Wait, are you sure you don't want to make the hologram bleed? It might be effective. Who knows?
That sounds so effective.
It's going to bleed
Yeah.
light.
Bleeding pixels all over the place.
Do you want to try your flat-foot instead of me spending an RP to try and force it?
Yeah, sure, I can try.
Okay, I'll allow it to fail, and you can try on your turn.
I'm sorry, I'm just imagining it. You may fail. Like you're the king. The clever feint. Okay, do you want to move? Or is that... No, it's a standard.
That's standard, so it also does a shot. He's still flat-footed for this. He's flat till the end of my turn.
Yeah. You hit on that. Doing a bit of damage.
Did damage
Shipping
to it?
Did.
I might stick to the
Small amount of
electricity gun then. There's no point me
It
moving.
didn't. Yeah, it didn't do full damage. It just
Oh.
did the,
I'll probably stick with the Thunder Strike then. I'll use my move to just put the static gun back away.
Not to be somehow tactically helping you, but didn't you have like a move where you could also like clever feint as a move?
That I do. It's been 2 weeks. I'll use my move
Yeah.
to feint it.
been.
Go ahead. Yeah, that super succeeds. So yeah, it is continues to be flat-footed.
I just have
As
2 guns in my
opposed to
hands.
just-
So, Tomorrowland, make it bleed.
Okay, we'll see what
Game
happens.
of Flan.
So super succeed as opposed to just succeed.
Yeah, it's a better success.
He looks even more afraid that my bullets are going to hit him.
Yeah, your bullets.
Well, energy.
That succeeds.
I like how you did a kind of diagonal turn and everything in that movement.
I figured I shouldn't give the thing more cover than it needs.
Let's see, 28 plus 2, 30 minus 4, 26. It's going to hit for 2 points of damage, or
This is
11.
Thunderstruck gun, so it's Sanic.
Thunderstruck.
You Ben. Thunderstruck. Beautiful. Alright, then we are going to head it.
It's
Throw
also
it.
bleeding for 7 points of pixels per turn.
Yeah, you see it kind of clutches stomach, like, oh no, all my blood, and then it just kind of looks up at you and just kind of shrugs and kind of looks confused.
It's
Okay,
worth a
so-
shot.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. So we're going to throw it over to the projector destroying Ayla.
Yes, just in case something goes horribly wrong, I'll let the Wisp ally to keep covering Ezra. Because if this thing wants to attack me, it's just gonna attack me. Move next to the projector.
Tomorrowland left his sunglasses, now Ezra's wearing them.
Perfect.
That is fantastic.
My show now. Where is it? I will cast Entropic Grasp on the projector. Holy shit, that's a lot of text.
Sounds
I'm
crazy.
pretty sure only the top part matters because it's a unattended manufactured item.
I touch
It is manufactured and it is unattended.
The item is so large that it can't fit, blah blah blah. Okay. I mean, yeah.
So
One non-magical man. Or one manufactured creature touched. Yeah, okay, and it doesn't seem to get a save against this, so it just kind of poofs. So yeah, you just
It
touch-
says Fortitude negates on objects.
for objects. Does the object get a save? Really?
Yeah, it says
Oh,
on the
okay.
top, saving throw, Fortitude negates
Oh.
for object.
Okay. Saving throw. Effects that deal damage generally damage objects normally but does damage.
I don't know how much of
The
a saving
object
throw it
gets a
has.
plus
How does
save.
it save?
It has a chance to resist being destroyed.
Hey, here we go.
Still might not go
Effects.
off properly.
Object has a will of its own. It doesn't want to die today.
Effects that do something other than deal damage affect only objects as their description specifically say so, or no object in the description.
It-
Or the effect saving throw.
The saving throw
Objects-
bonus is then level. The item level. What's the item level of projector?
Objects
Oh.
cast or the item. The item. I don't know the. God, why?
Well, what would the item level of a tier 3 computer be?
Come
Like
on, DM. You
3?
should have
I
been
don't know.
prepared for this instance.
Oh
You
yeah,
should've known
I'm
the item
sorry.
level of
That
that
level
That's
6
projector.
or
my
7.
mistake.
Blame the module, didn't have enough in there.
Yeah, I blame the module. It doesn't have the item level of the projector. Didn't expect entropic
Also,
grasp or whatever.
It's
fun
probably
thing
level
is-
6 or 7 though.
Entropic Grasp isn't actually even a mystic spell. It's a Technomancer spell, but I get it as a mystic because of my like a class thing.
Oh, cool.
So,
Nice.
Let's see this one. Casting the spell doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity. That's
so yeah, I just realized that to myself, but I guess the movement helped because
I mean, he's flat-footed
Okay.
anyways.
yeah.
I guess I'll make a saving throw for the projector. Okay. Let's do this.
What's the DC? Because it's not in this spell.
I think isn't it her? Isn't it your
yeah,
like
it's 3rd level, so
like
it's
17
18.
or something?
18.
18. Yeah, it's going to be very difficult. It has a 75% chance of failing this. Yeah, and so
Close though.
The non-magical projector attempts to resist your efforts to destroy it, but unfortunately is not willful enough. There's a sentence I never thought I'd say in my life. And so the projector is destroyed, and along with it, the holographic ghost dissipates as well.
The Hollow Ghost.
There's just a pool of pixels on the floor where it was bleeding.
Yeah, there's a pool of bloody pixels on the floor. You slip in it. It's all slippery.
I would have thought
So
pixels would be very dry.
Well, you know, it's
So
kind of
see, the shades were extremely important. I don't think Ava could have done those without the shades.
Yeah.
The shades.
Shades
The
always
shades
help.
were
You
Shades.
can never go wrong with shades.
Shades of +2 to hologram killing.
and so ends the tale.
Trying to
of
turn on
the-
from this.
So yeah, you guys are now just sitting in this room with a pool of pixels at your feet.
Computer right here I was wanting to hack in the first place.
Is there anything you could do with the remains of the hologram to like take it back to research or something?
I thought there was something not related to that projector over here that I was coming over to touch.
Let's see. Is there anything there?
There's white text that's halfway in the wall.
Oh man, I'm so sad. You guys, oh man, I'm really sad you guys didn't get to see that text because there it is.
Is it he protects? Oh yeah.
He helped.
Oh my god!
It was for the wisp. Oh,
Aww.
I'm so sad. Yeah, there's really nothing else over there. It's just a couple of displays that kind of display, like this is kind of a display in honor of the mayor of Istema, and it appears that that hologram was the mayor.
Well, he is dead.
I mean, was the.
I mean, he
I mean,
was.
there are other projectors.
Now he's actually dead. He
There
isn't
are
like-
other.
He doesn't live on anymore
Sure.
inside a hologram. We haven't annihilated him entirely from this planet.
That wasn't the only projector of him in this place, though.
Yeah, because we fought him earlier and he couldn't.
At
move
least
out
one
of
in
the
the
room.
very beginning, and now we're at the end. So imagine there are like more projectors of him throughout this place.
Well, shit. What's our
They're like a
plan?
way to track is the projector somehow connected to a computer or something?
You can make me an engineering or computers check to see what that was all about. Whoever.
Sure.
Computers, I can assist in that.
Let's do computers.
I shall help.
I'll do engineering.
I'll roll the computers check, and then whatever bonus y'all want to throw on there goes on there.
I mean, I
Yeah.
auto-succeed on the assist, so.
Yeah. So as you guys, as Dimitrilon and Ezra are looking through the holographic projector that is now destroyed, you notice that it had a small kind of backup generator inside of it, and so when the power was turned on, the hologram could go upwards of 100 feet from its projector, which is why it was so far away. But when you turned off the power, it was reduced to like 15 feet. In theory, you guys could have walked to here, like over here, and it wouldn't have been able to get at you.
Oh, on that note, that
Well,
one that we
it's
encountered
good to
earlier
know.
might have only originated from this defective one.
Possibly. I'd have a tape measure on hand to see how the distance from here to the entrance is.
100 feet.
It's a good guess, but me just putting a ruler on here isn't really what Carmen would know.
I mean, yeah, I know.
100 feet. Cough, cough.
God.
Sounds like you're getting sick there, Goose.
Oh boy, it's been a rough week. I don't know. The sickness is taking me.
Did you want to have Beatrice turn the power on so we can have Sparks record all of this information they have going on?
Do it.
Yes.
Yeah, can do.
Probably for the best.
That way we come
Yeah.
away with research.
Beatrice, if you will.
Meow.
Yeah, so so Beatrice flips the breaker switch and the power turns back on and all the holograms light up again and animate and start attacking you guys. Roll for initiative now.
Oh no, the chair's attacking me.
The chair. And you guys record the entirety of the
Museum.
Is it ghosts? I have sure museum. Yeah, the museum. So you guys do that in about the span of like 15 minutes, maybe. Kish John is actually. It's been so long. Did you guys explain the concept to him that it wasn't like his ancestor, but just
Yeah,
a
I
hologram?
think we
I did.
tried to, but I don't remember that he
Yeah.
really took to it.
No, he did because he was with me and he tried to persuade the hologram to accept us.
Yeah, I remember that much. I just don't
And we
remember
did
him
like at
really
least explain that.
accepting.
Yeah, that we don't want to like fight, but if it's the only option, then it's the only option.
Yeah.
If it's the only option, we're pretty good at it.
He still looks kind of sad, but he understands. So what do you guys want to do now that you have vanquished the ghost of the Maze of Ghosts? What are they going to call this place now? Just the Maze?
Well, do they see
It's
the buildings of ghosts, the dead buildings?
the place of ghosts.
I mean, oh yeah, there's still other holograms.
The maze
I
of
guess so.
moving things. I
The
don't know if they would
maze-
say
maybe-
pictures.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
the
should like
maze.
turn stuff back on after we leave, so
Maze of history.
we don't disrupt their culture too much.
I mean, yeah, the power's on now, and all the holograms are back on.
Yeah, so they should be
No
fine.
worries there. No worries there. So what do you guys want to do
Head
at
on,
this point?
head on back to the village. Unless the what is it? The House of Anul is on the way.
Let's see. The House of Renewal is. No, it's actually. I'll just drop this into the map. So that's where you guys are right now, and the House of Renewal is over here.
Okay, let's start heading over there very quietly and stealthily, so we don't.
I don't want to have us shoot our guns in the air.
No.
Exactly. Scare those people off. So yeah, you guys duck and weave your way through. Did you guys want to take a 10-minute rest?
Yes. Well, I don't need it, but people who took plenty of damage might.
Theoretically,
I mean, yeah.
while we're recording the rest of the museum,
Oh yeah, it was 15 minutes,
Then-
wasn't it?
Yeah,
yeah.
it was 50 minutes. So yeah,
those
you guys could have
holographic
taken
they can take a breather.
Oh yeah, so just subtract a resolve point and pop your stamina back to full. Okay, yeah. So you guys head through the various districts on the way to the House of Renewal, and you're passing through a bunch of there are just a lot of Kish, just milling about, doing their jobs basically, and
Doing Kish
when you
things.
doing Kish things in general. And when you guys are passing through, they kind of give you the stink eye. Like, they're not, for the most part, the people around this area are not especially happy that you are here, it seems. But you are able to get through the district without much trouble. And so get to the House of Renewal.
All right.
Yeah, but I have a student. And boop. And boop. This is becoming a large party. Copy.
If only we could have taken that hologram with us and its projector. Just hook it up to the backup generator on Ezra.
That would have been terrifying. Just a monstrosity like a hologram. Just kill those people. Yes, sire. As you command. Murdering people with holograms. So you are here, and dynamic lighting is turned on. And I'm not messing nothing up. Okay.
Wait back in a second. Grab a drink.
Okay. I have to double check.
Did we leave the
They
electricity on in the
you could
museum?
probably quadruple check just in case.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It was off when we got there.
Well, they
Wait.
went in there before because they talked about the ghost inside, so I don't think it matters too much.
I mean, like you just learned, the ghost could project himself even without electricity.
Yeah, but only 15 feet from the projector. And
Yeah,
the
but
doors
still.
only open with the electricity.
There are secret passages.
Yeah, but they all link into the building.
Well, if he's getting something to drink, I'll be right back quick.
I
But
mean,
like, did we just ruin someone's... Like, if it's a test to find the switch to turn on the light so they can enter, and now we just ruined it. Guess it's already on.
Yeah, you can turn it off. Don't know how much juice that place will have. Oh yeah, is there any way for us to scan to see if the power readings we
I'm back.
found on the ship were from the museum, or is there more than just that?
I'm just gonna keep using the excuse. 2 weeks. What power readings did you guys find again?
When we were coming onto the planet, we scanned it for anything suspicious and life forms and such. We found life forms, as well as there were some strange energy readings on the planet itself, but we couldn't pinpoint what they were. So I want to know if it was just the museum we were picking up, or if there's more than just that.
Oh, so what the power readings that you guys picked up were just kind of like faint, almost remnants of power, like what you would, I guess what you would expect from like a very, I don't want to say savage, but just from a like
Primitive?
Yeah, primitive. Maybe a species akin to the power level of like 21st century humans, not what you would expect from like a spacefaring civilization. So like there were no like weird power signals that might indicate something like crazy. It's just like they were unusual. You would have expected to find maybe something more.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm now going to plop you over to the House of Renewal. Please tell me if you can see through walls, because that's just a general fear of mine.
I can't.
See, I'm just kidding.
I
can't see shit.
The only thing I see is stairs and a compass.
Yeah, it's a compass every time. Every time. Yeah, so these are the front steps of the House of Renewal. Yeah, a set of wide circular steps leads up to a pair of doors in front of this one-story building, which was once painted light blue but is now dingy from age. A half-destroyed holographic sign hangs above the entrance, and a symbol has been crudely painted across the doors. From here, it is clear that the rear of the building has collapsed in some places. So if you look towards the rear end of the building, you can see that some of the roof has just collapsed in on itself, and some additional buildings have also collapsed onto that, essentially causing nigh unclimbable rubble to be in its place.
So you said there's a chance.
There's definitely a chance that you could probably dig through the rubble, but it would take a few days.
Looks like there's a side entrance here, unless that's a window.
Let's see here.
Like a golden line.
Mm.
It's either a door or a window.
There is a bunch of rubble in the way, but there is indeed a door there.
Do you want to go the side way, not the front way? I don't know why.
I'm all about this side entrance. Nothing bad
yeah.
ever happens with that.
Would it be possible to like roll maybe culture or something to see what this place used to be?
This is the healing and silence area, and
Yeah,
fish go on a
currently,
pilgrimage here if they are ill physically or mentally. Or physically.
currently,
or
but what this
spiritually.
place used to be before it was converted into that.
As an answer to that
A church.
question, you see the Damn it! You see the holographic sign that hangs above the front entrance has an illegible word and one legible word, and the illegible word is clinic.
What is it with these
Okay.
guys in holograms?
Holograms
No,
are
it was a.
It was
did
the
I say
previous.
hologram? A holographic sign. Haha. Not hologram. There's a difference. There's a slight difference.
What are these people in hollows?
It's space. Everything is
Because
hollow.
It's cheaper
Yeah,
than
pretty much.
physical lights. Theoretically, I guess. I don't know.
Does the door have
Looks
a
cool.
keyhole? Or any way to look through?
No, it does not. It is just a kind of a plain. It looks like it might have been like a staff door, maybe something like that.
Would this be the back way then?
Engineering it open.
You don't know. Well, it's a mystery.
It's strange
You're
that a
not-
staff door would be the front entrance.
No,
Yeah.
Are you talking about the front entrance or the
Yeah,
side
front door.
entrance over here? The front door is not a staff door. No.
Okay.
I meant the rubble covered thing. It looked like a staff door.
Alright, can I try engineering the door open?
You can not. You might be able to strength it open, but there's nothing. There's nothing really mechanical that is preventing you from opening this door.
I'll ask Jeffrel if he knows what Kish normally do on their pilgrimage here.
The Kish come here to see when they are wounded,
Oh,
spiritually or physically. Kish will come here, and the ancestors will judge the Kish to see if they are pure of heart, and if not, I would rather not say. But if you are pure, you will be healed of your ailment.
Sadly, the only ailment I have is an empty pocket.
That sounds very
One of
dangerous.
us wouldn't like. I'm pretty sure I'm diseased.
Yeah, some of us
Did we
have
fix
space
that?
rabies.
Oh yeah, you guys have rabies, yeah.
Yeah, but you get them rabies.
I think everyone
I
but
forgot about
Carmen
that.
has space rabies.
Yeah, I didn't catch it. Thankfully.
With your
This could be a
11,
good opportunity to get rid of the space rabies.
Let's hope you guys are pure heart.
uh, In any case, the 11 strength check is not enough to force open this door. It seems the rubble is a bit too strong for the moment.
Do we just hear some banging around the corner?
Yeah, he's just groaning and grunting against this door.
I've tried to open the door, but it has been unsuccessful.
I'll try and open this door.
You manage to successfully open the door. Yeah, there's nothing preventing you from opening this door. So, boop, boop. You open up into what looks to be a waiting area. The walls of this room are lined with broken, dusty, and moldy furniture. Opposite the pair of double doors that leads outside, a window in the wall is closed off by a slab of opaque material. A smaller door opens near the window. Murals depicting Kish with broken limbs and dark halos above their heads cover the walls. But of more immediate note are a pair of Kish currently seated in the chairs next to this door. Let's see,
Invisible Kish. Oh, there they are.
Yeah, they are invisible. And as
they have red outlines.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's an enemy at a level above their head.
Yeah, exactly. They have a skull next to their name. As you, I should link you something. I should probably have gray outlines for everyone that isn't you. That might be that would be confusing for me. So yeah, as you guys walk in, and as Kish John walks in, the Kish kind of stand to attention, wielding their axes, and they kind of train them at you. And they go, "Why are you with the outsiders? They do nothing but harm us." And they're very shocked and surprised. And Kish John tries to explain the situation, but before he can get a word in edgewise, they kind of yell towards you, "Are you forcing this man to help you in your wicked deeds? You must be punished." They start to yell at you guys. What do you guys want to do?
I was going to say I put away my gun, but my gun teleports into my hand, so I don't know if they'll be more intimidated by that or not.
Yes, if your gun teleports into your hand, it's gonna look like you're kind of sort of drawing a weapon because that's what you're doing.
Okay. I'm gonna put my gun back into its holster, not in the hand, so it's not all magical. And
okay.
I'll try and put up my hands in a non-threatening way and try and speak them down, and saying that we're only here to help and to aid you against the insiders that did invade you.
I'm just going to be trying to make myself look as small and non-threatening as possible.
A difficult task for a 6-foot lizard, but sure.
Just get on all fours like Beatrix.
I'm considering it.
Do you want to roll diplomacy?
Oh yeah, diplomacy.
Yeah, I think
I am not diplomatic at all.
I think rolling diplomacy would be.
Why are you rolling diplomacy? You're hiding.
So with his so hiding from the Kish, he pops out of hiding and starts to jump around dramatically. So as you start trying to talk them down, one of the Kish kind of starts to look I don't know the word. I'm bad at English. He seems to be convinced by your talking them down, but the other one says to him, "Don't trust the lies of the outsiders. Don't you remember what happened? Don't you remember why we are here?" And the other one, who seemed to be calming down, kind of gets riled back up and says, "We must teach them a lesson." And they're going to attack.
Either of you seem okay? Well, they're gonna attack. Never mind then.
Right,
do they seem physically hurt? I was gonna ask.
They do actually. Yeah, they do seem physically hurt. ever
Where,
so slightly.
where are their wounds?
On their arms, they seem to be scratched up in a pretty major way.
You gonna cast some healing?
I mean, your arms don't look too good there. I can help you with that.
I just imagine you saying that as they charge you with axes.
I mean, obviously, if they're just gonna attack, then it wouldn't bother. But
I mean, yeah.
if there's even a second, then
If you you start to say that, what's it to you?
I
These
could help
wounds
you
will
with that.
heal.
I could
Really?
heal them for
Good.
you, like I healed several.
Yeah, his name's Jevral, but
As you say his
Gerald.
name with a questioning tone, like General, he kind of speaks up and he says, "It's true, brothers. They help me. They treat my wounds. They prevent me from dying." And the Kish, the Kish who convinced the other one to start attacking you guys, he kind of just pouts and gives you the stink eye. Because I do not trust you. But the other one kind of goes, I will see what you have to offer. I want to trust. And he kind of walks forward and kind of puts his hand
I'll
out.
walk
And
closer.
he says, but know this, mage. If you harm me in any way, this axe is going for your throat.
I understand that.
I really wish I had some tense music for this rather than this upbeat. Yeah, it really doesn't fit with the atmosphere.
Heck. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Sure, I'll cast Mystic Cure on first level.
Okay. And yeah, so as
Could
you
be
cast
worse.
the spell, his wounds just start to stitch up and heal. And he goes, "They speak the truth, brother. You should let her heal you. Your wounds do not look good." And he kind of snaps back at him. "I need no help. My wounds will heal fine. The ancestors will provide for me."
Just kind of raise my hands and all right, your choice. I will not force you.
No, you will not. And they just kind of seem to calm down. He will not attack you, but what are you doing in the house of Nur? It is a very sacred place for us.
we were told by Harold Tazal that we could come here to hopefully get some information about information about how to get inside of the temple.
Yes. Savra has gone and closed himself in. We stand with him for now, but we do not necessarily agree with him. But we will still. There is nothing else to do but stand with him when outsiders come and steal our secrets and kill our people. But
What exactly is they stealing?
I do not know. They entered the temple and they destroyed many things, and I have heard they took others, though I don't know how true that is. But I can only imagine they do such terrible things for nefarious purposes, dressed as they were in spikes and blood and death. I mostly just assumed that you were with them. I will admit that I was wrong.
We are here because of them, that much is true, but we are not with them. We are trying to stop them and fix whatever damage they may have caused.
We appreciate it. And he kind of puts his fist against his the hilt of his axe and kind of bows respectfully.
How long have you been waiting here to be healed?
We are not waiting here for ourselves to be healed. Our wounds are but flesh wounds. Time will take care of those. But our brothers, they were gravely injured. And we could not let them die when we had a chance to save them. But they have gone inside the chamber, and we are not so certain of their purity. So we wait here, see if they turn, and we would kill them if they do.
Turn into what?
If you are not pure, if the ancestors deem you to not be worthy, then they turn you into a monstrosity. Your bones will crack and splinter and turn inside out, and your body will fray and become a grotesque abomination. And your mind will break from the pain and the suffering. And we do not want these things in our
Sounds a bit like a autodoc or auto surgical suite.
Yeah, maybe it's to certain DNA or blood types, and they're not the same that they need to be.
I do not know of these things that you speak, but there's something happening in there, and it has been far too long. So if you go inside, I would be careful.
I think we'll have a look in this room for information before proceeding in. Because I see books.
How long have your friends been in there?
It has been several hours now. Usually, the cleansing only takes 2 hours. Well, an hour per person, so 2 hours, 2 people, if it is successful. So we are apprehensive about the success of our friends, and we fear the worst. Looking through the room at books, they are mostly just rotten and mildewy, and they don't really seem to be of any use, as far as you can tell. The only information you might be able to glean here would be from the murals on the walls. But aside from that, there's not much in here.
Investigate the murals.
You can make me a culture check to see what the murals are all about. And both of you guys know that the murals with depicting the Kish with dark halos are suffering from spiritual maladies. Is what they are depicting.
Spiritual maladies. Their humors are out of balance.
Yes, their chakra is all messed up.
This is a homeopathic clinic.
It's just a homeopathic clinic. Take this night fruit and dilute it in 10 parts of water and do that like 18 million times.
So that's why they died off.
Yeah, yes, exactly. They believed in homeopathy.
Demoralizer just sort of shakes his head and looks very sad.
Do you say this is a double door and this is a door?
There is, let's see here. No, the double doors that were being referenced were these here. This seems to be a wall panel, perhaps emitting some light. It is not a door. The only door leading further in is this one.
So that wall panel's just light? You can't take it off and go into circuitry or something?
Let's see here. The window... Wait, there's a window over here? What? I really wish they'd make the windows more clear. This is odd. Give me 1 second.
Would be nice to have clear windows, otherwise you can't look out of them.
No, what? There's a window there?
I'm going to try forcing this side door again.
Just hear more banging outside.
Um, I'm going to be brutally honest here, pal. You're not strong enough to be able to open it up.
Damn.
You're going to need some help.
Get Beatrice to help you.
Exactly.
Kill me out at the door.
Beatrice.
Let's see, it can be. Okay. No. Why is the panel over there? Okay, weird. That panel, it just emits light. It doesn't seem to really go anywhere. But apparently, there's a window on this wall over here. It seems to be stuck shut pretty firmly, but you might be able to force it open. And then there is this door over here. Why is the panel over there? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna question it.
What is through the window?
It's covered in it is closed off by a slab of opaque material. So you don't know. There's an opaque material between the window panels.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So there's a window.
There's a window on this side and a window on the other side.
Oh,
No,
wow.
there's just a window. Okay, I'm gonna draw this baby. Here
we go.
This is confusing
Arts.
me.
Art
Yeah.
skills
If there's an
time.
opaque material between two window panes, that kind of makes me think
So-
that there's a window here and a window on the other side, and there's something in between, and then there's something in the wall.
No.
Then
Yeah. There is a window here, and it goes through this wall into probably another room. But it is opaque, so you can't really see through the window. But there is a window there into another room that you might be able to force open.
okay. I'm thinking this might be like the reception window that some of them have, but I don't know why it's opaque.
Yeah.
We all have
I
life
think
bubbles, so.
I don't know if Paizo's ever been into a clinic before, so
Yeah, that one person at Paizo.
What the hospital look like?
yeah, there was one guy.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I have a better answer. Don't question it. It's the future.
Alright, I'm gonna try and open up the window.
Okay, make me a strength check. I feel like you should be able to take 20 on these strength checks, but it's going to take like 20 minutes or something like that. But you can definitely take 20 on the strength check. Although I don't think you're strong enough to be able to.
I don't have a bonus in strength, so.
You would never be able to open it. You know that you would never be able to open that window. You're not strong enough. But you can. Anybody can take a 20 on the strength check. It'll take 20 minutes. You take 20, but you'll be able to do that.
I mean, if people don't want to roll, we can just try the door.
That is also an option.
If I take 20, I get an automatic 30 for computers stuff.
Guess I'll try the door.
The door opens.
There's no
without-
light on saying in use or something.
No, there is not. It's just a it's just a small metal door. Seems pretty unextraordinary. And it opens up into a small room. Let's see here. Yeah, it is filled with rubble. It seems like this might have been a hallway, but the roof has collapsed in on itself and is now blocking passage further into the. Oh, damn it!
I can see through this wall. I can't make out anything. I can see like the flooring.
Yeah, I'll fix that. Oops. So yeah, but yeah, there is this just blocked up hallway by this just massive rubble. And then there are two doors, one facing the north and one going south.
Do you want to do south so we can get to that maybe room that Demoralizer was trying to bash a door into?
Wasn't that also where the big double doors in front of the entrance leads to?
What? There is no double doors.
No.
This is
Yeah,
just
it
the
was a
light
panel.
panel.
We already passed
A
through
weird,
Oh, that's what
light
the-
panel.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought there were
Never
doors too.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was a window, but it's not apparently.
Never mind
No.
then.
Sure. Be that way, map. Okay, so you try the door and it opens up into. Oh, no, that's the panel. That's the reception area. It's a window.
The panel was a window.
That's the pan.
So are we back around to has Paizo ever been inside a clinic before?
I don't think Goose has ever been inside a clinic before.
Oh.
That's unfortunate.
So
okay.
by panel they meant
That's
window,
lucky.
or are you reading the map
I don't
wrong?
think they even mention it. An opaque slab. They just don't mention it. They literally just don't mention this panel. Like it's literally just not on their radar. So I don't know.
I don't know why this is opaque then, because if it's reception, you should be able to see through the window.
I think there's just a mistake.
Maybe it's just
in
caked
their
with
thing.
dirt and grime from years.
Yeah,
of-
I'm gonna rub my hand on the
Yeah,
opaque window, clean it.
Yeah, you clean it off. Oh wow, it was dirt from this side. It's clear now. You can see into the other room.
Well,
It's crazy.
okay, maybe the material of the window has been had a frosted effect to it because of, literal eons of wind blasting sand and grit and stuff against it.
No, it isn't. So okay, so
With the door
here's,
shut?
This is going to get super nitty gritty, kind of metagamey. But they do mention this opaque window, but they mention that it leads into an area, and they mention the wrong area. They don't mention this area as the area that is led into by the window. They mention another different area that has no relation to a window, which is why I was confused and am now annoyed. But yeah, it is a
Maybe the window is an actual teleporter, and if you go through it, it puts you into that other room.
It's genius.
It's the
they're
future.
actually- yeah, they're super ahead of me. Oh my god, inhuman reactions. So yeah, it is an opaque window. It is covered. It is a window. It's a large window blocked by a panel of opaque crystalline material. There are doors to the north and south, and stylized eyes are painted on the walls. So there are stylized eyes.
Are these lockers or a bench or something?
It seems to be just a small sitting area, and there's a small pillow there that does not.
Does Beatrice want the pillow?
She has plenty of pillows.
Yeah, she has better pillows. She has magic pillows.
She has magic self-cleaning pillow casings anyway.
Do I find dents in this door?
You do not. No, there are no dents in this door.
I'll try and
My
open
eyes
it.
was not that strong.
You successfully open the door as it gives way to your rugged hand. At this point, sorry. At this point, the kish that was the kish that had been healed by you guys runs towards you guys and says, "Oh, I forgot to mention. Do not walk through the door that comes after this door. I'll just show you. There's a door over there.
Okay.
There's a door over there, and we made a trap if our friends would become corrupted and walk through it, so that they would hopefully die from that trap. So don't walk into that there. Otherwise, you might die."
Okay, thank you for the heads up.
All right. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wait, what?
Can I investigate the stylized eyes?
Can we go through the door?
Or something?
And over on this southern side, you see a door blocked by rubble, and it has multiple dents in it.
Well, that's not surprising.
So 2 rows of lockers are made from a ceramic-like material and occupy the western end of this room, while lockers that line the walls on the eastern half are covered with murals depicting sick and injured Kish being bathed in a greenish light and stepping away completely healed. Other more beatific-looking Kish look down from the top parts of the walls and the ceiling. Fresh charcoal drawings cover the door to the northeast, while the southeast corner of the room is filled with a large mass of rubble, and behind it you see a door covered in dents.
That obviously had nothing to do with me. It was like
One-
that when I came here.
It was already
Definitely.
broken.
Definitely.
What is all this on the floor near the door?
It's
That's
rubble. That's rubble.
Is it a lot of rubble or just like on the floor?
It's like a lot of rubble, and it's covering the door.
Ah,
Like
like why it didn't open.
3/4 or 4/5. Also, what does beatific mean?
What does what mean?
It's like the art style where you with the saints and stuff like that. So it's very calm and serene.
Yeah.
Like
Imparting
passing
holy
down,
bliss.
imparting divine
Yeah.
empowerment.
In Christian theology, it's imparting holy bliss, or it's a feeling or expressing blissful happiness.
Yeah.
That is what that means, apparently.
I take it these are medkits because they have the universal sign of the plus for meaning hospital.
Yeah. The plus that is literally everywhere. Yes, they are. They are indeed medkits.
Well, I like how we go between different universes, and it's just like, yeah, still the same stuff.
Yeah, same thing.
Same stuff, different day.
Isn't there like a theory about like how some things always naturally evolve into some direction? I'm not saying the
I don't know.
red cross is that.
Convergent
but there-
evolution.
Yeah, convergent evolution. Although that might not apply.
So they medkits then.
Yeah, they are mostly emptied, and the lockers also seem to have been hastily emptied, and most of this just doesn't seem to have been touched in centuries.
Maybe they had an epidemic going on. Or a war.
So I'm just gonna poke around and see if there's anything useful.
Yeah, as you look about the room, you don't really see any useful materials or items. There's really nothing to this room.
Can I try
Just
to
the-
investigate the stylized eyes symbols?
Yeah, they are over here. You can make me a culture check.
I do.
With your critical culture check.
Everything about those
the-
eyes.
Yeah. So as you look at the eyes and study them, you kind of get the feeling that you're being watched. I mean, yeah, because of all the eyes. But you kind of intuit the fact that maybe the Kish believe that their ancestors might have started judging and examining them when they got to this point on their way to being healed.
Did you
that
want to
is
try
right.
the north door? Not in that big room that's trapped, the one up here.
There were still something more in this big room here, right? Some
Was-
other like markings or wall paintings or something.
Yes, there are. See here. Murals depicting sick and injured Kish being bathed in greenish light, stepping away completely healed. Other more beatific-looking Kish look down from the top parts of the walls and ceilings. And you can make me a culture check to attempt to interpret these murals. God damn! You are on fire.
I'm gonna be so screwed in the next hour in combat.
Yeah.
Yeah, just natural one after natural one.
I'm just gonna be so screwed.
You interpret the watching Kish, the beatific-looking ones, as being either ancestral spirits or deities who are evaluating the wounded Kish depicted in the mural.
Okay.
Oh yeah. In addition, there's also a. Oh no, you guys haven't gone to the door. Never mind. There's nothing there.
Except a trap.
Except for the trap that you know about. So what do you guys want to do?
Try this north door in the corridor.
Okie dokie. So it opens
North.
up into. Oh, there we go. It opens up into a small supply closet. Yeah, dusty shelves holding the occasional empty box line the walls of this walk-in supply closet. It appears as if very few people have been here in quite some time.
So legitimately,
And
the only
if you
thing
want
that
to look around the room, you can make me a perception check.
I'm going to perceive the room.
it's a beautiful room. It has very nice shelves.
And as you look throughout the room, you see an overturned box marked spray flesh in Kishalin. And opening it up, you find a magical glowing crystal, just a crystal that you don't know is magical. But
Ava,
A magical just a crystal that you don't know.
yeah,
Understand.
Ava,
just a
there's
normal
crystals for
crystal.
you to look at. The
Alright,
box
I shall-
says spray flesh, but I don't think it's spray flesh.
I shall detect magic on it.
And make me a mysticism roll.
Mysticism. Now we're about 2. It's balancing out.
I can't remember. Let's see. Uh, 15. No, you are unable to identify this mystical item.
I know it's magical, but I don't know what it is.
Spell gem
You-
of,
Do know that it is magical.
You can't roll mysticism unless you have detect magic on, can you?
As part of the action to cast detect magic. So no, you cannot.
Guess just pocket it and then have it identified by probably the no. I don't even think Tassar would know, so we just have to wait until we get back to a station or another spellcaster. What should I note this down as? Spray flesh crystal.
Magic spray flesh crystal.
Alright. So, who's good with traps? Actually, can we... I'm going to ask the kitchen here if it's possible to disable the trap from this side.
Yeah, they say that they can probably pretty easily. No, they don't say probably. They say that they can easily disable the trap. They say they can probably disable. Yeah, we could probably give it a shot. Yeah,
I could possibly die for you.
yeah, I could possibly die for this. They say that they could easily disable the trap from the side,
I will ask them to do so.
and they do so. And they head into the one that refused healing is still being a pouty little
pouty bitch.
little boy. Yeah. But the other one comes in and disables the trap for you and heads out again.
What does it look like the trap was? Was it just like an arrow or something?
So you see hidden in this dark kind of murky corner that you didn't really notice before he started to remove it was kind of this kind of primitive looking, it almost looks like a gun. But it's fashioned from some weird vines, and it seemed to have been filled with a bunch of needles that would have been launched at you as
It's
you
a
tripped.
wooden blunderbuss.
Oh boy, diseases.
So yeah, it looks pretty gnarly, and you're pretty glad to have avoided the 8d12 damage that it might have caused.
Holy shit.
Did he just leave the trap there so I could investigate the needles to see like if they're coated with anything?
I'm gonna take
They're probably not sterile.
I mean, yeah, they don't seem to be specifically like poisonous or diseases.
It's just there's a lot of them, and they probably were when they hit you.
Yeah, they're definitely not clean, but they probably wouldn't have given you any infection, anything like that. But yeah, he collects the trap and takes it with him.
Takes his needle gun away.
Or,
I guess it is up somewhere else.
I mean, you can reuse it. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
I'm just gonna take pictures of it before he packs it up and takes it away, just to document it for xenarchaeological reasons.
Yeah, it's fine. He poses with it, gives a big smile to the camera, says cheese.
Oh god,
All
don't
those
do
things.
that.
Does he know what a camera even is?
Yeah, well, you know, it's just a natural instinct of all living creatures. To
What is
smile
this
and
smile.
cheese you
camera.
speak of?
Yeah, what is this cheese? You know what they say? No one.
You know,
has
it's
this
Lichen.
homegrown delicacy, lichen cheese.
Yeah, lichen cheese. I don't want to know how that's gathered.
Don't ask.
Yeah. So now with the trap disabled, what do you guys wish to do?
I ready my gun.
Listen at the door to see if you can hear anything on the other side.
You just hear kind of this scratching and this kind of like quiet murmuring. And occasionally you hear a small like screech from the other side of the door.
Sounds friendly.
Honestly, we should go make friends with it.
Do you want to charge up your things, whatever you have to do to make more damage on your guns, and then move in? I don't know if there was this character or the character before where you cast a spell on your weapon. Anyone?
I charge my weapons while fighting.
I need a cricket soundtrack.
Yeah, my crew is full of crickets. Who's going to be the mainline fighter? Because Demoralizer, you've used the sword every now and again. Well, a cane sword, whatever it is.
It was very short. It was
Cane
very sharp,
sword.
very pointy. It works in close quarters.
Do you want to go you and then Ezra, because he can do his shield thing?
Sounds acceptable to me. All right, prepare your butts.
Let's
door seems
adequately
locked.
prepared. The door is locked. No, it's not. It opens up into this room. So as you look into the room, you see no remaining sign of whatever originally occupied the room. It has been cleared of all furniture and decorations, save for a simple square cloth mat measuring 4 feet to a side. The walls, floor, ceiling, and even doors have been painted an inky black. And in the heart of this room, over on here, you see it's hard to describe, especially when I don't have the picture ready.
It's hard to describe with words with this image.
Yeah, except I need
Here,
this
look
image.
at this object.
Look at this photograph.
Oh god.
See, here it is. Or not. Ooh, oh no. Oh, everything is.
Oh no, oh no, oh no. Oh no, you didn't.
You're probably gonna wanna wait until I'm done describing everything until you start trickling into the room. Otherwise, you might be in for a world of hurt.
Too late.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm not complaining. In any case, In the center of the room, you see this handy dandy little device, and in both corners.
I like
of
how
the
we
room-
still have all the same hazard symbols.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how that is.
Convenient.
But yeah, in each of the corners of the rooms, facing away from you, you see these guys. And they look
That's disgusting.
horrifying with their organs and bones
I didn't-
outside of their bodies.
Didn't know we were
And
playing
their
Dead Space.
What
Yeah.
happened to them?
I
Pretty
mean, it's
much.
sci-fi. It's about to
Did
become
this
that
thing
at
just
some
like
point.
destroy them?
And their
Holy
movements are just erratic, and their noises that they make are just guttural and
Oh, no.
painful. And they sound like they're screaming silently. And as you open the door and start to trickle into the room, they start to take note of you. And as they turn around, they just screech an unnatural sound you wish you'd never heard and start charging at you. Everyone roll for initiative.
It strangely reminds me of Nightmare from Soul Calibur.
I
That
don't
is a
know what
really
that
weird
is.
thing for it to remind. You don't know what nightmare is?
I played Soul Calibur like 4.
Nightmare is basically
Years
the
ago.
Dark Knight final boss with the big sword.
Oh.
It's Soul Edge, and it corrupts him, and basically like sword's demonic, and it slowly puts him over to being like its like host. It's pretty cool. I will have to take a break after this combat. I have a brisket on the Barbie, and it's about ready to get wrapped in tinfoil. So, just a heads up. I'll need like a 10-minute pause after this.
That is fine. Okay, so the initiative tracker is super messed up right now. Oh boy. Do I just delete everyone?
Why is it messed up?
Because I didn't delete it from last time, so it just added everyone again.
Because we have a new one because we're on the new map.
Yeah. Okay, so I think that fixed it. Let's see here. Yeah, we have everyone. Okay, what does John have for his initiative? Can't be high. Oh wow, he has actually very good initiative. But he didn't roll well. Okay.
Me rolled higher than the monsters.
Well, yeah.
Do
yes,
we
he
get to
did.
get inside the machine after this?
If you want to, yes.
Well,
Yeah,
we've been told
absolutely.
it turns these guys into what these are. If you want to try it.
No, you haven't. Get in the machine now.
But it,
Sometimes it turns you inside out.
but it also sometimes cures all your ailments. So
Yeah, sometimes cures, but I guess it's just something somewhere went wrong.
I mean, it may cure you of your enthusiasm.
Oh, it'll definitely.
this sounds
do
worth
that.
the risk. I'm just saying.
Worth it. Okay, so it is Demotrolon. His turn.
Okay, first order of business is going to be a life science check to identify these things. With a nat 20.
The nat 20 is always going to help you. I need to look up one thing real quickly.
And then, assuming that these things aren't, CR20, I think that should
Yeah, okay, so
be
life
enough to get my
science.
+2.
Yeah, you definitely get your +2. Let's see, these are uncommon. So what would be their DC here? That would be 10 plus 1.5, which is that. It's half, which is that. Okay, so you get to ask. I will first tell you what they are. They are aberrations known as rebuilt. And what they are is a life form that has been bombarded with radiation and the intense pain and just horror of having your entire body basically rearranged and almost having all of your DNA just kind of destroyed usually causes rebuild to just go insane. So that is the gist of what these things are.
Lovely.
You can ask me 2 questions about these babies.
Vulnerabilities and powers abilities.
So I will tell you that they have 2. Oh yeah, they have defense. Okay, so they have defensive abilities. So I'll tell you about those, and they have a weakness. So their weakness is unworkable extremities, whereas they can neither wield weapons nor use items that require an action to activate. For example, they were unable to get through the door of the room after they were destroyed. Their defensive abilities are amorphous, wherein they do not take the double damage from critical hits like normal creatures would, and they have DR5.
Okay. I'm going to relay this information to my stalwart team.
Okie doke.
I take it your sword is not energy.
No. I'm better with pistol, though.
Yeah.
So survival check and stepping out of the way. And Thunderstruck.
That is going to be a miss with your attack.
Damn. Oh, I tried.
So that is going to be your turn. So it is now Ezra's turn.
Okay, let's see. I will combat track this upper one, and then I will attempt to shoot him. I believe I don't need special fancy actions to be able to...
Don't be spitting breaths at us, Goose.
I'm just seeing who's closest.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Okay, so I can just use my standard action for overcharge to overcharge my weapon and attack. So it'll do an extra 1d6. It hits.
Oh,
And,
dang,
well,
son.
It hit.
Oh, yeah,
Hit.
but it hit.
No crits.
So you deal, but it still takes the 1d6 burn. But it does not take the double damage it would normally have done.
Oh, 1d6 burn as well. So I rolled the 1d6 for the overcharge. There's a burn. Did it already roll the burn? It didn't roll the burn, did it?
No.
Okay, it just says and 1d6, so I had to roll it myself. There you go.
Yeah. So burn on its turn. How does that get put out? I'll figure that out. Do you
Ezra,
wanna-
if you want that burn to be calculated, just put it in square brackets.
What?
What?
On your crit where you have the 1d6, if you want that to be rolled, just put 2 square brackets on either side.
Cool.
Oh.
Beans.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay. Did you want to move at all, or did you move?
Actually, I'll move one spot over right there. There you go.
Okay. Then it is Ava's turn.
I will also attempt the life science to identify them further.
Yeah, you can ask me 2 further questions. You also know the same thing, that they have been bombarded with some sort of radiation.
Okay. Offensive abilities and resistances.
No resistances. They do have a +4. They have a +4 modifier to their will save versus pain effects. So I think that's whatever deals damage. For example, I think Mind Thrust would fit into that. So they would have a +4 modifier in addition to their normal modifier. I think. I'm not entirely sure. And offensive abilities is just, they have none. They just slam.
Come on, jam.
I mean, there is a specific spell cost, like, what was it called? inflict pain. But
I think they're in enough pain as it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you are right. Inflict pain is a pain ability, but Mind Thrust is a mind affecting ability, so it would not apply here.
Yeah. Mind Thrust is just damage. Also pain, but mostly damage.
Yes.
I guess it's pain, but anyway. But they are technically still alive.
What is their type?
Aberration.
Aberration.
Do you have a spell to make them stay in a spot, like glue or vines or something? I say glue because there are some spells that just say they're like glue.
Yeah.
Potentially. I mean, theoretically for 1 round. This box is so goddamn tiny. I'm running very low on my spells.
I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to. I don't know how strong these things are. They just look physically mighty, and they have a slam, so...
Yeah, like, I don't want them close to me either. Like, that's fair enough. I mean, I can try. On the one in the top corner. This guy. I'm, yeah, I'm try to command him to halt.
Wait. Negate.
And I'm gonna have to use a
Which it obeys to the best of its ability. If it can't. It has to. Yeah, it's language dependent. Okay, let's see here.
But currently I
okay.
speak Kish because
yeah, I was wondering if they lost their ability to understand. They do not. They do not, so they are going to make a will save. I think
yeah, that saves.
So they do not do the thing you said.
Yep. Then just gonna move here.
Okay.
And can Beatrice too.
Where does she want? Where do you want her to be?
Good. She kind of cross the room and hide in this rubble here. Within like 1 turn.
Yes.
So as her move, she just kind of runs across the room and then hides in that rubble there.
Yes.
Or
No, it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, she can do that without fail. She can essentially just dive into the rubble and disappear from sight. I was going.
Roll her stealth.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that because like they specifically like they don't think about what is most threatening. They just run towards the first opponent they see. But
I mean,
like
everybody can see her pretty much.
Yeah, she can effortlessly just dive into the rubble, so there's no real
It's really terrible lore.
worry there. Yeah, that is not a good roll, but yeah, she's fine. Okay, so that is going to be Kish John's turn. Then he is going to run up to here with his bow, and you can see that he's kind of shaken, and his bow is just kind of wobbling as he levels an arrow at this thing to fire. But he does. Wait, does he hit? I think he misses. Yeah, because of he's just visibly scared, and because of how scared he is, he's just shaking his bow up, and it causes his bow to kind of veer off towards the left, and the arrow just strikes the wall and falls to the ground. And he kind of looks angry at himself, but also scared. And then it is going to be Carlin's turn.
I'm going to clever attack the one on the left.
As somebody
Really?
gets murdered in the background.
Yeah, somebody just got killed. Let's see. Yeah, that's it seems. That was this one over here, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And that also hits.
Is it flat-footed?
It is flat-footed, yeah.
Alright. And I'll use my move to flat-foot the one in the up corner.
Okay. And that succeeds as well. So they are both flat-footed. Oh yeah, I was going to look up the burning condition. Burning, you're on fire. You take listed damage. At the end of each round, you can attempt to reflex damage. Okay. Cool beans. So that is going to be your turn. So it is now their turns. And I think you are closest to it. Yeah. So this one is just going to rush up towards Demotrilon and slam him.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's going to hit.
Yeah.
That's going to be 15 points of damage. And the other one... Okay, what is the wording on this? A rush it, whatever. Okay. Yeah, it just rushes at Ezra and slams him.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's going to hit. That's going to be 22 points of damage.
Hell yes.
It also takes the 5 points of damage that you had previously rolled for, and it is going to attempt a reflex saving throw. You can attempt a reflex saving throw to remove this condition.
Burn, burn, burn.
So it's
Burn, baby, burn.
15. DC 15. Yeah, it succeeds with flying colors, so it puts out the burning with its broken hands. And it
It's
is
flailing meat hook limbs.
Yeah, basically. It whips its liver in the direction of the fire.
Oh.
Yeah, let that mental picture just sink in as Demotrilon takes his turn.
Alrighty. And now it's time for sword action.
Make it bleed.
And it's bleeding.
It's
Assuming a
Oh, yeah,
21
this one-
hits.
This one was, yeah, it was flat-footed, and it would have hit, I think, anyway. So that is going to be, let's see, I don't know how to do math. 19 points of damage.
Oh yeah, DR5.
Indubitably. So it goes down from this.
Yeah, at least the
I
bleeding
need-
will keep going on and on.
Yep,
Yes,
7 points of bleed, but it's not flat-footed yet. That's like my next.
Isn't it like? Is it bleed 7? Is that still the thing?
Yep, bleed 7. My level in bleed damage.
You take the listed amount of damage at the beginning of your turn each round until this condition ends. You can stop it with gustful force through the application. Okay. And it just lasted indefinitely in your ability description?
Yeah, it's indefinite until they heal themselves or cure themselves.
That's real good. Because
It
these
is.
things are not going to do that.
Of course, if they have fast healing, I think that also recovers bleed.
I mean, yeah, that would counteract it quite effectively.
That's a big if.
But it is going to be Ezra's turn.
Okay, well, 5-foot step. Boop. Shoot the one that I was hitting before with loaded shot. Oh.
It's going to be a natural failure. Roll me another d20. We'll just kind of see what
Oh
happens.
no.
One of these days, it's going to be a 1. And
Never.
you're going to explode or something.
Never.
You just miss horrifically. And do you still have a move?
He got his steps.
Oh, he moved. Yeah, I saw. Okay. Then it is Ava's turn.
Question. They're aberrations, but do they still count as humanoids?
That is all kinds of a question. I don't know. Let's see here. Kish? No, they are not humanoids.
Okay, well, I mean...
They are ex-Kish.
Cool.
Yeah, they are the artist formerly known as Kish.
Why do they have to be so far apart? Mm. Guess I'm just gonna take a shot at the guy in front of me.
Okay.
With lethal.
I'm sorry. I think
Today's
it's very
a good
funny.
for my roll.
I just think it's so funny that during the battle, when these things are immune to crits, you guys have crit twice so far.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah, such is our luck.
Yeah, pretty
My
much.
third crit today too.
Oh,
That
I'm
is
sorry.
fine damage.
Who's that going to arc to, though?
No one, because there's no one like
So no one within 10 feet?
right.
Second.
Oh yeah, within 10 feet.
You haven't done the diagonals properly on this map?
It was supposed to be automatic. But it's not, apparently. Okay, fine, sure, do whatever.
Maybe you didn't save it, or it did count?
I did save it. I have another map that is automatically diagonals, so I know that I saved it. It just
maybe you started this map beforehand.
I mean,
yeah, I think that's what happened.
then why didn't it start working?
No, he's just fixed it.
Okay, sure. Can I move through allies?
Yeah.
Yes.
Then I'm gonna...
They're both flat-footed, so you can move where you want to.
Oh, yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. I mean, still. Gonna move here.
Yep.
I like how you moved.
Keep forgetting about the flat-footed.
I mean, it's on the map.
Yeah, I know. Just a minute, I gotta notice it.
John is going to roll a will save. So he ceases to be scaredy cat and shoots at the revolt twice. Miss. That's he actually hit. Yeah, he hit with that. So that is going to be a 5 points of damage as he sinks an arrow into this rebuilt Hya.
Would fast healing have been under defensive? So would we have known if they have fast healing?
Yes, you would have.
Okay, so they don't have fast healing then.
No, they don't.
Is there anything else I could learn through life science?
If you want to know like their current hit points, or if you're curious about their AC or stuff like that, you can learn that.
Might as well.
Anything else? No, they have dark vision. No, there's really.
I don't know anything anyway.
You think Kish John is one of them, and you should probably kill him. No, you don't learn anything about them. There's nothing more to learn about these things anyway.
Okay. I'll clever attack the one left. Actually, I'll clever attack the one on the right, so it doesn't have cover. What?
That was the monster speaking. And definitely not me messing up. That is going to be a success. That's not going to be a success on the hit, however.
Then I'll feint the one on the left.
Yep, that succeeds, so they continue to be flat-footed. Okay, that is going to be your turn. It is now their turn. This one is going to, I guess, guarded step up here and just slam Ezra again.
Do this.
Yeah, all that kish juice is going to take forever to go.
Roll 1d20.
Oh, shit!
Come back. Our luck is shining through.
What the?
It's punched its face.
You, Goose, you wanted this to happen yourself.
Yeah. Okay,
You
so
wanted
he's
this to happen.
One of their arms has fallen off.
Okay, no, it is not. But with his messed up body, he just kind of swings at you and just misses by a mile and just hits himself in the thigh and crits himself. And does 33 points of damage to himself as he just swings with all his force and digs into his own leg.
As one of his limbs comes flying off.
No, he just starts bleeding profusely all over, and he just doesn't even seem to notice it.
He would still have DR against his own slams.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he does have DR against his own slams, so he takes 5 less. But still a good 28 points of damage. Does DR counter bleed? That's something.
No. Effects like bleed and poison go over DR.
Okay, so he takes 7 points of damage, and he's going to double slam Dimitrilon.
Though, if your DR had stopped any damage from an attack, that also stops any effects. So if you were using bleed, but your attack did no damage, you wouldn't bleed.
I mean, yeah, but he did like 19.
Yeah.
21, does that hit you?
My case. You know what? No. Ha ha!
So you take only 2d6 plus 12. So you take 22 points of damage from the one attack that hit. And that's going to be their unfortunate turn. And it is now to Mertulon's turn. That's not going to succeed.
Damn it.
But you do hit it quite well, though.
I really could have used that extra damage from what's it called there?
Quick attack.
Yeah.
Yes, you could have. Unfortunate. They do still deal 3 damage to it. So
Is that your sword or your
yes.
gun?
Be proud. Whoa. That is going to be Demetrolon's turn, so it's now Ezra.
As Ezra gets
Okay then.
Okay.
I think just multiple people are getting murdered in the background.
It's what it sounds like. So I can. Yeah, I know. Right.
And there's just the Joker.
Okay.
So it's flat
I mean, that's what the
so
kids
I
are
would
getting killed.
just full round attack. Do either
Oh,
of those
both
hit
of
with
those.
-4?
Yeah, both of those hit with a -4.
There you go. 23
Um,
damage.
No,
this
he's
guy.
flat-footed. Yeah, never mind.
-10 because it's
yeah.
2 different attacks.
It's an energy weapon, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
There
an
you go.
energy weapon.
Wait, what? Energy weapons bypass DR?
Yeah. Any
Yeah.
type of energy or magic passes by DR,
Oh, right.
unless you have energy resistance.
Right, okay.
So this one next to Ezra is looking real hurt. Like real hurt.
Perfect.
Very bad off. And that is going to be Ayla's turn.
Okay.
Throw some
Here,
rocks.
so I have fish. No, I have something better. So I have visual on this guy. I'm gonna hurl force disc so that it first hits this guy and then goes to this guy.
Everybody duck!
Yes.
Or jump.
20 and 17. So no matter for
Force. Yeah, force is magic, right? Like
Force
this is a
is
magical
I
attack.
think so.
This is magical damage, I would think.
Yeah,
And it is a magic
force
attack.
is like magical energy. Untapped energy.
It's
The
an
first-
elemental thing.
Yeah. The first one digs into this guy and hits him just square in the jaw. And then it just ricochets past Demetrolon, Ezra, and the thing and embeds itself into the wall.
Okay.
But it does deal 9 damage to this bloke. So, whoop. And did you move?
Yeah, I moved.
Then it is Gerald's turn, who is going to.
I thought I go first before. Gerald.
No, you go first before the monsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gerald
he's
has a
always-
higher modifier than I do.
He has 14 initiative.
Oh, I don't see him on the turn order.
What? He's supposed to.
Yeah, it's not on the turn order.
Oh, fine. I'll just delete him and add him back on. Fine.
Now I can see it.
But he has a 14 initiative.
Okay.
He is. No, he wouldn't do that. He's still scared.
Well, I saw his turn, and now his turn's disappeared again. But go ahead.
Disappeared again. Yeah.
I know what it is now. It's fine. Just...
Yeah. He's going to shoot. He's going to hit. Going to do a bit of damage. If I can find it. Max damage. Damn, 7 points of
Nice.
damage. And this one is looking so very close to death. Oh yeah, and adding him back on and deleting this one. I'm going like so. Carvin, it is your turn.
Same as last time. Gonna clever attack the one on the right.
Okay.
Did you do bleeding damage for the one left, by the way?
I did indeed.
Okay.
I'm a good boy. Yeah, that's a success. And that is a not a success.
And then normal fate, the one on the left.
And that is a success. Yeah, so you managed to keep them both flat-footed as we head into their turns. And they are very simple, and they're just going to double slam each of their opponents. So I'm going to start. Well, okay, first bleed damage here. Then the one next to Ezra is going to double slam Ezra. No. Oh,
No.
no, unlucky.
Donata.
And the other one is going to double slam Demetrolon.
Oh,
22 and neither of those. It's a sad day for Rebuilt Everywhere. And then we're going to throw it back to Dimitrilon.
All right. Do they get a reaction if I shoot a thing in melee?
They're flat-footed, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Oh.
exactly.
Of course.
It says on the map. I put it there for a reason.
Yeah, I know. I forget what flat-footed does sometimes. All the time.
-2 AC and no reactions.
Thunderstrike.
I mean, the text flat-footed is like such a permanent part of the map that you just kind of bypass it with your eyes.
Yeah.
You don't really register it, even though like it's there.
I mean, it's definitely there.
We need a GIF that's flat-footed that's just flashing constantly on the screen. Maybe that would help.
Maybe.
Or maybe not. Probably
I
not.
don't know. Probably. Maybe.
I mean, a lot of the time, I will auto-win. I think we need more circles.
Yeah, don't you? 17. What are you using? Is this your...
This is my sonic pistol.
Okay.
EAC.
So, because it is EAC and because it is flat-footed, you hit.
Holy crap. With an additional 30 points of trick attack damage.
Nice.
I'm definitely not busy making circles. 38. Wow. Yeah, so you just level your pistol against its skull, and as you fire, you just see its skull just reverberate, and you see some of the bones in the face just shatter, and it starts just bleeding profusely, and you're fairly certain just a breeze of wind could knock this thing down at this point.
I have dropped the beat.
God damn it.
The beat has been dropped.
The beat has been dropped. And that is going to be Demotrilon's turn, so it is now Ezra's turn.
Rain?
He's still flat-footed, right? The guy in front of me.
Yes.
Let's see if I can do 20 damage again like I
Beth
did last
is
time.
having two
Okay,
people
we're
who
never
flat-
not flat-footed during this battle.
I would delete the text if they weren't.
So that's like a 20 and a 21.
Are those -4? Yeah, they're
well-
-4.
-2 with the flat-footed, right?
Yeah, so 21 and 20. So the 21 hits.
No. Okay, that's 13 damage to this guy in front of me.
13 damage. And yeah, same as with the other guy, you're fairly certain that just a stiff breeze could knock this guy down at this point. And
I act like I'm blowing out a candle.
yeah, well, okay, well, it needs to be stiffer. And then we're going to throw it back to Ava.
I'm just gonna take a shot at the guy closest to me. Or not.
No,
I guess I don't-
you are not.
Guess I don't have to.
It does not hit. Just goes past and hits the wall. And do you want to move?
I'm good here.
Okay. Then it is going to be Kish Jebril. And he's going to use this macro that I forgot that I had. And miss. And 22. Oh, poor Jebril. He's going to hit, but roll minimum damage, which is conveniently just enough for it to do no damage, thanks to the DR. So he just hits it with an arrow, and the arrow just kind of gets
It's nice crit damage that he's not even doing, though.
Yeah, that he never would ever get to do. But yeah, it's quite nice. And Carbon, it is your turn.
Same as before.
Yep.
Why am I creating all these
Oh.
things?
But despite not being a crit, but still being a crit, you manage to finish it off as you thunder strike its face, and its just face gets blasted off, shattering the skull and just splatting it.
And then I'll feint the other one on the left.
Yeah, success. Okie doke. Then it is his turn. He takes some lead. Looks like he'll die to the next bleed, but manages to get some slams in. Some slammy slams. Well, okay, and he just doesn't get to do that. And so it is demoted. And so, yeah, in the next round, he just bleeds out and dies. No need to go through that.
Success.
So as the combat winds
Victory.
down, you see the machine in the center of the room almost vanish and disappear and get transported to another room because it's not supposed to be in this room. So instead
What?
there's just a blanket here and no machine, and just pretend there was never a machine in the first place.
What?
Are you saying you lied to us?
Yes, I lied to you. I'm a monster.
Wait, so
How
that
dare
So
you.
there's no Enertron?
No, there's no Enertron in this room.
Oh.
what? What's the square box in the middle then?
It's a
It's a
blanket. It's a blanket.
He lied to us.
But there is an open door to the north, and you can hear the humming of some sort of machinery down the hall.
Oh,
as though
God.
there might be
I'm gonna
an
check under
Enertron.
the blanket for a
Okay.
door or something.
Can we take our break here?
Yes, we can. Absolutely. So, 10-minute break.
Be back.
Is everybody here?
I'm here.
Yep.
Looks like.
Uh-huh.
Beautiful. Yeah, so you guys can see the north door of the room is open, and it seems to lead out into that hallway that was blocked off before. And down the hall, you can hear the humming of what sounds like some machinery. That is mostly what is left in hither. I need some creepy music. Didn't I have some creepy music?
I did not hear any creepy music.
Should get
I had.
the Shinra music after you've
Here we
been
go.
captured.
Spooky Alien. Some Alien soundtrack.
Oh
I
boy.
can't hear it. Oh, it's subtle. It
I can
sneaks
hear
up
it.
on you. Yeah. Cool.
Barely.
Okay. Yeah. So you hear that, and then you also hear the band in the background playing the creepy music. They seem to be coming from the same room. Might be a Kish orchestra.
I can
down
see
the
through a
hall.
door here.
Yeah, it's an open door.
Oh, okay.
That door is open, and it seems that the humming sound of machinery is coming from down, from within that door.
So I'm gonna be going stealthy and not that stealthy, but stealthy enough. I hope.
Yeah,
Maybe.
there's some creepy music.
But where are you stealthing to?
He's just hiding from you guys.
I'm just hiding against whatever is trying to eat us now. Like if there's more of those unmade things or something. I'd like to not be the first one eaten.
Do we want to
That
go
is-
into these separate rooms before going to the final one? There might be things inside these that just crash out like they did on the ship.
Yeah. Good point.
And then we'll be pincer attacked.
But my pincer attack. Don't do it. Let me
So
pincer
I'm
you.
gonna open up the door here.
Okay. So you open up the door and look. Ooh, this is part of the wall. Let's not delete that. The walls of this room, though dirty, are a soothing aquamarine color, and remnants of comfortable looking furniture poke out from the rubble of the northern walls. The dusty floors and lack of murals hint that no one has stepped in foot here for quite some time.
At least no one corporeal. Stupid
yeah.
hologram ghosts.
PTSD.
Hologram ghosts. I'm gonna perceive and see if there's anything worth studying later. No, I'm not.
No, neither of you perceive anything within this room. Anything of interest, anyway.
Figured as much.
Door. Let's approach it.
Nor do you, Ava, find anything of interest. Nor do you, Ezra, find anything of note within this room.
Didn't want to feel left out.
Okay.
We do not trust each other. There's nothing here. Are you sure?
Yeah.
There's nothing here. Are you really sure?
Are you 100%? And so this door here is just the same as the other rooms you entered into. It's just an aquamarine color, dirty, comfortable looking furniture, now hidden beneath rubble.
things making noises like machinery?
Those are coming from this place over here, this door.
Oh, that
yeah.
doesn't look like a door. That's weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's an open door.
It looks like an entranceway, not a door.
Yeah, exactly.
A hole in the wall with some frames on it.
There's a hole.
So as you peek around the corner into the room, you see a familiar-looking chamber, a familiar-looking object that you thought you might have seen before, but realized it was
This is new.
A deception of light.
It's like deja vu.
I've just been in this place before.
There is an air of solemnity in this austere room.
Solemnity? You're throwing out all the new words today.
Yeah, ooh, I have a word of the day, toilet paper, and I've just.
Is it solemnity or solemnity?
Solemnity.
So that. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's
your accent kind of made it sound like an E rather than an O.
Solemnity.
The state of being serious or dignified. Okay.
Yeah. A formal, dignified rite or ceremony. Okay. In this austere room, I wonder if the people who write for Paizo have an unhealthy relationship with thesaurus.com.
It's so they don't use the same word over and over again, because they hate saying things more than once.
Yeah.
They get
that is entirely it.
They have the permission to do creative writing, so of course they do creative writing.
I mean, when I'm doing writing like that, I try not to use the same word over and over because it just repetition is
synonyms.
Boring.
Repetition is boring, and it also kind of takes the reader out of the story you're trying to tell and makes them think about your word choice and grammar, which you don't want.
Yeah, but now we're thinking about their grammar choice because it's so weird.
You know what? That's a good point. I guess you can go in other
They are
directions.
elevating the fuck out of your vocabulary. So
Yeah.
Respect.
Learning English with Paizo.
I mean, yeah. You say that they're elevating my vocabulary, but I'm never going to use the fucking word solemnity. Like, never. Like, oh,
say
wow.
that now until like 2 years from now, you're writing something.
Think about things like that.
Damn, Paizo, why you gotta do this to me?
I'm at my friend's house and I go like, "This is a solemnic bathroom you have here, John."
I mean, but he looks at you weird.
Words,
wait, what did you just say?
Yeah,
words like that, I could make like an elven barbarian who's from a tribe and their name is Solemnity. It sounds fancy as fuck. But in like elven or something.
He always uses big words, but he has no idea what they mean. Like, wow, this is quite austere. It's the most austere horse that you have here. Like, what are you talking about? There's nothing austere about the horse. Let's see here. Yeah, so this
horse is quite conscientious.
It's a conscientious.
You're breaking the GM.
You're killing me.
That's what it is.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Room.
Yeah. I couldn't remember the name that came after. Okay. Anyway, this room. This room description. A capsule 5 feet in diameter and 8 feet tall sits on a 10-foot square platform in the center of the room. It is made of some sort of shiny metal, and dozens of wires, cables, and tubes sprout from its surface. Many of the wires run to a freestanding wheeled console nearby. A 6-foot-tall door opens into the capsule. A small shrine covered in dried flowers and small wooden icons stand against the western wall, and doors lead north and south out of this room. Making an engineering check to attempt to see what this is.
How it works and how we can fix it so it no longer turns people inside out.
I think you're all failing here. Let's see here.
Can I make an assist engineering check?
I think it's too late for that now.
Okay, so you can make me a life science check.
Oh? Is it not a machine?
It's
is a
alive!
machine, It is a machine. And with your life science rolls, you are unable to determine exactly what the machine is. But you do know that it is malfunctioning in some way. I
Well-
mean, obviously.
Ezra wanted to get healed, so you could be the guinea pig.
Oh yeah. Plop yourself into that baby, and let's see what happens. I mean, what do you think it's gonna do? Like,
I mean, you're not a Kish, it won't do anything bad to you, right?
yeah, it'll do nothing bad.
Obviously, because you're not a Kish,
Yeah,
it's not going to turn you inside out.
that's
I
definitely
see.
that is
Well,
wait, definitely how
obviously-
it works.
Sometimes works. Because
Yeah.
people
exactly.
still come here to get healed. It's
It
just
does work.
I mean, if
Sometimes.
y'all
You've been
think it's a
having good luck with the dice.
idea-
I mean,
Mhm.
if you're a peer of heart and believe hard enough, then
Oh, actually,
It'll work.
actually, Kish John is actually super wounded.
Since
so
when?
You guys did heal him, but not to full. He's still like only half HP, despite your healings. And he's going to comment. I think it would be wise of me to enter.
Whoa.
Nope.
Nope, not gonna happen. Nope.
My friend, do you not think me pure?
Yep,
This isn't. This is similar to the museum. It's not entirely what you think it to be. There's something wrong with this. It's not about you being pure. It's about this object not working properly.
yeah. It's a machine. It is a machine. It is broken.
I see, but the machine, it can heal, no?
It can heal, but it's most likely going to turn you into those creatures we had to fight in the other room. We need to have a look over it to fix it so it doesn't do that.
Yeah. At the mention of that, he just kind of shuts down, and he just kind of gets this kind of blank look on his face and just kind of stares at the machine. Just kind of shakes his head. If you say so, and he kind of looks towards the direction of where those things were. And he will, I will not enter in this case.
we truly mean no offense to your people and your beliefs, but we're fairly certain this has nothing to do with purity of heart. It probably is
I?
just purely luck based.
Am I able to discern what's broken?
You need to turn it off and on again.
You're not. Did you make a life science check?
No, I'm not.
I guess.
I don't think
guess
I
you
can.
could.
I'm not trained.
I think you could substitute it with a computer's check. I don't think that's too crazy. So yeah, anyone who's also trained can make me a computer's check as well to attempt to determine what is broken about this.
Probably not high enough.
No.
Although, does it have any safety measures?
Oh, I got 29.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Unless DC's 30.
Yeah, the 29 is definitely. Whoa! What happened here?
I was about to say, this isn't a dangerous moment, right? I can take 20.
Sure, go ahead. Have all the
Okay.
radiation spew into your face.
So now
Did I
that
delete
give me-
Ezra?
No, Ezra's still there for me.
Oh, I'm gonna reload now.
what?
Yeah, you disappeared on my screen. With
Oh,
your
man.
29, while studying the console, you determine that the console is trying to replicate "quote unquote" perfect Kishali biology, which is slightly different from the physiology of the current residents of Istamak as a result of thousands of years of divergent evolution under harsh circumstances.
You're telling me if
and
I get
this-
in this thing, it's going to try and turn me into a Kish?
Yes.
Yes, it
probably.
is.
Yeah.
and this could result in a creature inside the capsule being killed or horribly mutated.
What's the percentage chance?
For a Kish getting into the machine, there's a 25% chance of being mutated.
So
if you are
1
a
in 4.
if you are a non-Kish, it is 75.
Well-
What happens the other 25% of the time? Do I just become a Kish?
In that case, this seems to be some sort of advanced gene therapy machine, and it attempts to basically fix all of your the broken stuff inside your body, and it'll you'll regain a bunch of hit points, and you will be your illnesses will be removed.
But he won't get turned into a Kish.
No, you will not be turned into a fish.
So then why bother?
Okay, that's weirdly kishophiliac-y. I don't know.
I'm just saying, maybe he wants to
ahead.
experiment as a different race.
I mean, sure. I mean, yeah. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not here to
The
fancy
Kish
world.
look pretty cool.
I mean, they are cool. Love those
Them
things.
mandibles.
That would be kind of awesome, but
They do look dope. So you think that if you had a sample of current Kishalan DNA, you might be able to fix the machine, and in addition, if you had DNA of another race, for example, human or half elf or Vesk or whatever, you might be able to add that to the machine's database. Although that would be difficult.
Well, let's try to fix it at least.
Okie doke. I'm going to make the assumption that I think, let's see here. But you can just take 20, can't you? It just take like a few hours.
Yeah,
I
we're not
can't,
under
yeah.
attack, so yeah.
Yeah.
You can take
Yeah.
So you can just take 20. So yeah, you can take 20 to.
on like, engineering.
It is
would
a
be
computer's.
there. So,
Yeah, so
I
you
could
just
take. I'd have a 34 if I took 20.
Yeah.
I can assist. I mean, I can pass the assist check by default.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Like,
We're fixing the machine.
Okay. Can I aid?
yeah, but if you take 20, there's no real need for the aid, at least whilst you're not trying to add any additional DNAs. But it's going to take like an hour, I think, to take 20 on this.
We've got time to spare.
I took 20.
Sorry?
34 is really high.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if we're spending
So
the time, how much harder is it going to be to add more DNA?
So for the it's basically it's a commune. I can't say that word. I'm
Communal?
just gonna say it. Cumulative.
Cumulative?
Cumulative.
Yeah, cumulative. I forgot how to pronounce that word. There's a fuck it, that thing. So the DC is going to increase by 2 for each DNA, and it just keeps going. You know, cumulative.
I mean, I can aid, and then we can just add in. Wait, you're half elf, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean we need to add in both human and elf, or half elf is a separate thing?
Half elf is a separate thing because it's a mishmash of human and elf DNA. So it would be, if you wanted to add elf, human, and half elf, you'd need to add all 3 separately.
Also, we don't have any elf DNA with us. Only half elf.
No, you do have half elf, so you could make
Yeah,
it work
we-
for Ezra.
No, that's what I was thinking. Like, I didn't know if we needed to do both races or if the half elf would be fine.
Do we want to try to add more DNA?
I mean, if we're taking the hour, we might as well aid you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, was it?
In regards to that, adding each set of DNA takes an hour. If you're
That's fine.
taking 20, yeah.
Wait, so an hour per DNA. So if we did 2, it'd be 2 hours.
If you are taking 20, yes.
That's a long time.
Because you are taking 20, you are just taking your sweet ass time to get this right. But you can make a check if you want to, but that
I mean,
has
we
the
could-
possibility of failure.
Have several kind of in the front. Well, first of all, explain those two that, sorry, your friends are dead.
Yeah, whilst he's
Yeah.
taking an hour to fix this, yeah, we can go back and tell the guys that their friends turned into monsters.
Yeah. And then have, if we're aiding with the fixing adding DNA, then have several maybe in the front to kind of explain if any new people come to like, sorry, there's someone in there right now.
Sorry, we're in maintenance.
Maintenance.
We're going into our weekly maintenance hour, weekly scheduled maintenance. Please refrain from entering the sacred place that you normally go to. So yeah, you go to them and explain to them that their friends are dead, and they, they're pretty sad about it, but they're not entirely surprised. Just going like, we knew that they are. Well, we thought that their hearts were not pure. We are not surprised, but we will be taking their bodies. They will be going to their families, and we will be having a burial.
Dead
Anyway,
bodies
they
that
do
have
that.
wounds on them from us.
I mean,
I mean, they were literally stationed outside to kill their friends if they turned
Yeah.
like into these things. So that
also
like
they were already
They
a
were-
mess of like muscle and bones and stuff, so who
Yeah.
knows what's a wound from us and what's a wound from the mutation.
yeah, pretty much. And they were fully expecting you to go and like murder them. Like they weren't like, oh, you're gonna go in there, get some tea with them, hang out. Like no, it was murder time. It was murder.
I mean,
o'clock.
they set up the
They set
trap
up the trap
there,
Like
so
they were literally waiting outside to see if their friends had turned, and if so, they were going to kill them. So yeah, they collect their friends' bodies, and they had some bandages on hand, and they just kind of wrap them up so that their fucked up bodies aren't visible, for their families. Like nobody wants the old
And-
Kish grandmother seeing their grandson all mutated, so they wrap them up and carry them home.
can't they recognize which one is which?
I mean, they have that's not okay. They have faces that are different, and you
Okay.
can see the. But yeah, you can
I
definitely.
mean,
see
I'm
the
just
difference
saying
in
that if
their
they're
faces.
messed up, then it's
I mean, yeah, their faces are kind of.
if your face is
Well,
inside out, you could be whoever.
Yeah,
Seen one
you're.
Kish, you've seen them all.
But yeah, they can see a difference. They have freckles and moles and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
So they collect their friends and head on out. And so you have Kish John stationed outside in case people come. Question.
While we're working on the
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like, he doesn't have to tell that we're outsiders, just that it's occupied.
Occupied.
Yeah, Occupado.
Occupado.
So,
so yeah,
what DNAs are we adding into this?
Well, current Kish. Because it
Yep.
had like
Just
ancient
Kish?
Kish.
Well,
Kish,
wouldn't
human,
mind
half
adding
elf,
in
and
us.
yeah,
So all ones are present.
Yeah.
yeah. Why wouldn't we?
Oh, it's just going to take us 4 hours.
I mean,
Or 5
yeah.
hours, actually. No, 4 hours, because there's 2 humans.
So what if the world ends while we're busy trying to fix this machine?
Just
Come on
fixing a
now.
machine, and all of a sudden, a neutron star just.
Not wait.
Like,
What time of day is it?
It was midday when you guys headed out to the maze. No, wait. Okay, you landed on the planet. It was midday. Killed those dudes. Met John. That was 40 minutes. Went to the maze of ghosts. That's maybe another 40 minutes. So maybe It's maybe like 6 p.m. at this point.
Yeah, like what else would we do today?
There is one more door to check.
I mean, you
We
can do
can
that in the
explore this
5
place
hours.
while, yeah.
So what's the plan here? 5 hours, chilling, adding DNA.
Yeah.
Adding
Yep.
DNA.
What DNA are
Spend
you
a
adding?
resolve and recover some hit stamina.
Modern Kish, half elf, human, and lizard guy.
Lizard guy. Okay.
He's best.
There you go.
Okay, yeah. So you manage to, on your own, program all of those DNAs into the machine without error.
Wait, so that would mean that the Kish who got inverted are genetic aberrants.
Well,
So
just like, yeah, this the DNA that's in the machine, it's like ancient Kish, and they have
Yeah,
evolved
yeah.
since then. So it still has a chance of failing because of the evolving.
Because genetic drift has happened. So the ones that don't get inverted are the ones who are most like the ancient Kish.
Well, it has a chance. It has a like 25% chance of failing because of the difference between ancient and current Kish genealogy.
Yeah.
That's why it's been failing. But because we fix it, it should like now heal everybody who enters, every Kish.
Carvin's gonna write down a few copies of instructions on how to work the machine, so that people. Well, he's gonna write it in languages he knows. So if anyone comes here from other places, that they don't get transformed into monsters, and that there's only these 4 DNAs, as well as asking Jevil if he can help me write something in his language, basically saying what their species need to do to make this work.
Wait, how was that? Does share languages not give?
I don't know. If it allows me to write in their language, then sure.
I thought that. I don't. But yeah,
I thought it was only spoken language.
Yeah, it might have been that. In any case, it's no problem to get John Jevil. Boy, that is confusing. It's no problem to get Jevil to help you write some instructions in Kishali to his people, so that they don't mess up and like turn themselves into half elves.
Yeah, I'll make a few copies of theirs, so keep one here, give one to Jevil, put one like at front door or something, just so they can't miss it.
Yeah, fair enough. Okie dokie, you do that. What else? Jevil is going to ask, once you guys program in the first, I'm assuming you start with Kish, the DNA. Yeah. So after that, like, do you explain what you're doing to Jevil, to the machine?
Yeah. I mean, I'm writing the instructions. I have to tell him what I'm doing.
Oh yeah. You are absolutely. Okay, yeah. So he asks after the first hour of putting Kish DNA in, if he can jump in the machine and get a nice healthy dose of radiation.
Well, if it's fixed, I don't see why not.
Yeah. Okie doke. And he does that. And the machine takes an hour to use, so he's in there for an hour getting blasted with radiation.
Nice knowing you, Jevil.
Yeah, pretty much. He comes down a shambling monster and kills all of you. Yeah, and he comes out healthier than ever, looking gleaming and fancy. Adonis, like, Okay, so a few things. In the 4 hours that you are spending here, aside from writing instructions for other races and Kish, did you want to go check out that other door?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okie doke.
After I take 10.
Yeah. 10 minutes too. Yeah, that's like hour 2.
If we're here for 5 hours, we can easily take a 10-minute break.
Yeah. Okay. Cool names. That's a lot of languages.
I have all of the core ones as well as one that I don't need.
You're a well-spoken lad.
It's also the symbiotes
So
in my
yeah.
brain telling me what to say.
I mean, yeah, okay, that is a good point. So let's see. Apart from debris from a collapsed ceiling, this room seems to be empty. Though the thick layer of dust on the floor seems to have been recently disturbed.
Ooh. Are these
Uh,
tables?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not? They seem like tables. They look like tables. I feel like they're tables.
Can I track the footprints and stuff in the dust and see what has been disturbed?
Make me a perception check.
I'll look over his shoulder.
Big perception.
Yeah, so tracking the footprints in the dirt, you follow them to like this corner over here. And as you kind of rummage through the dust, you notice a what looks to be hidden beneath the dust is an axe. Let's see here. How dope is this axe?
Is it
Oh,
Gimli's?
pretty dope. It's Gimli's axe. It says Gimli's axe on it. Oh, damn, that's a real good axe. You found a real fancy good axe. You found a Kishali assault axe, a level 9 item.
We can't even buy those.
No. Dealing 2d10 slashing damage. Has a wound critical, although it's analog and archaic, and it costs 13,000 credits. And sells for
It's free
15.
property.
Yeah, it's free property.
I mean, that'd be good against all the monsters we have to fight.
Actually, like, archaic only affects the, if
Armor.
you have space armor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It would be good against all the monsters we've been fighting.
Yeah. I heard you say it would not.
Oh, I said would, sorry.
Yeah. So, but Carvin, as you are looking over his shoulder and notice him dig up this axe, you also notice an image of a Kish face that has been traced in the dust. You can make me a culture check to see what's happening with this face. And you're just not entirely sure what they were going for.
Yeah, it's a smiley face. He was happy.
He was pretty happy with his life. Just going about his day.
Culture if someone points the face out.
Yeah, I'll point the face out.
Yeah. So yeah, you can make a culture as well.
Oh, sure.
What do you make of this face?
You can tell that the face. I like that you said smiley face, but you can tell that the face is meant to look sad, and that this is sort of a farewell note or apology. So that's
Not
that's
exactly a smiley face.
Really? Am I looking at it upside down?
It also might be. Yeah, it's a. Seems like an apology of sorts.
Is this where one of his friends died and that was his axe he left behind? Or maybe he got crushed by the rubble?
As a step outside, this belonged to one of the people who you had to unfortunately put down.
How do we know that?
You just know it.
Oh,
You
okay.
just know it through.
It just clicks
I
in
mean,
my head.
it's recent. It's
do-
recent, so I would imagine it's like probably one of those two.
I did also say that I was stepping outside the curtain
Okay.
to tell you that.
I never look at the man behind the curtain.
Do not look at the man behind the curtain.
Or the dog at the controls.
There's a dog at the controls?
Yeah. I'm not going to say what game it is in case I spoil something, but
Wow.
in a game there's a secret ending where it turns out there was a dog just controlling a computer that was controlling the entire game, and the character just like gets on his knees and is really sad that he's just been mocked around by a dog.
That's okay. That's kind of
Stanley
I've
Parable.
seen the ending video.
that's pretty fantastic.
It's not Stanley Parable unless they have one as well. It's a different game.
I don't know. I never finished the Stanley Parable, so
I think I know the game. At least I've seen the video of the ending.
Yeah.
It was Doki all along. Much ending such wow.
So, Demoralize, are you going to be using that axe?
It's really not my style. I'll drop it in my null space chamber to take it back to the ship. I'm sure it has some archaeological value somewhere.
Yeah, sell it to a museum.
It belongs
Yeah,
in a museum.
we can do that too.
It belongs in a museum that pays us.
Yeah, exactly.
If they pay us,
Yeah,
then it
General
belongs
says,
to me.
hey, General says, why don't you put that in the museum that we have? And you just say, will you pay us?
They
just
don't have our
cries.
credits.
Yeah, exactly. He just cries into his hands.
Do you
pay you
have
an
standard
exposure.
galactic credits?
Yeah,
No.
exactly.
What is
I'll
this
credit you in the
galactic you
fighter's
speak
notes.
of?
Pack
Tough luck,
credits.
General. Okay, and in addition to this, so as you guys are just kind of walking about the room, waiting for the 4 hours to be up, you look at the shrine that is over on this wall here, and you see another one of those triangular flat crystals that you saw in the Maze of Ghosts that held that voice recording that you heard in there. So, group two together.
Before we activate that crystal thing there, I'm going to step back and ready my gun.
Hologram's
Okay.
going to attack you.
And the mayor, yeah, the mayor steps out of it and goes, "I'm back, bitches," and just throws himself at you.
You can kill me. I'm already dead.
I'm a ghost. So you guys, I presume you activate the crystal, the data storage crystal.
I'll let Ava handle it.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Okay.
The previous crystal had like nothing wrong. It was just the hologram was there when we disturbed it. So I like to get the crystal.
PTSD is a rough thing.
Yeah, true.
The voice in the message is deep and gravelly. Greetings. This is head of security.
That's a nice name.
At the Foundry. We recently had a few pieces of classified, and we are investigating the possible compromise of all methods of entry and exit in our facility. As far as I can tell, the Series XLT-88 digital lock on our security entrance hasn't been tampered with, but the manual I have here states that the lock can be placed in standby mode and accessed with an admin code. Of course, but the director and I would like to know how many of your employees have access to this key code. We are not accusing you of any misdoings, but we do need to leave no stone unturned. Please respond at your earliest convenience. And the message cuts out.
Can we get that in text?
Yes, I'm working on it.
Working it faster. Mush.
No, don't rush the DM.
I'm just waiting for the roof to fall on my head.
The roof in this place has already fallen.
Rocks fall, everyone dies.
Oh.
Rock row. And so, yeah, that is the information that you find on that data storage crystal.
Is this a door?
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna open the door.
Okay. It leads into the Hydra and Acid room, into which you fall.
Ah,
Yeah.
Oh. Well, that was unexpected.
I needed a deep cleaning.
Yeah, exactly. This room is choked with rubble as most of the ceiling has collapsed, forming an impassable mound. Crushed office furniture pokes out from under the debris, and the floor is thick with dust and grime.
I'm going to search for anything useful while they're putting DNA in.
As you search for anything useful in this room, you manage to find an undamaged rolling chair, which you might be able to use as an office chair.
I take the chair and plant it in the DNA room. Just sit down.
The chair does not fit easily through the door. I need you to make me a sleight of hand check to successfully get it through the door.
Okay.
As you are.
I mean, I have a high bonus. You can't fumble skill checks.
I'm gonna give him a hand.
Yeah, that's a fair point. Yeah, as you're kind of getting the chair through the door, you start to kind of slip on the loose dirt and gravel, but Demetrolon kind of catches your fall and helps you get the chair through the door.
It was just kind of watching this, and while her face is really emotional and stoic, you can just know that she's extremely amused by all this.
So that is what happens. And so yeah, unless there's anything you guys want to do, the 4 hours are going to pass without much hoopla and flintam. Oh yeah, Kishjan was there. So yeah, the 4 hours pass as you eat your spider-flavored ration, not made with real spider, unfortunately.
I wish.
And, yeah, don't we all? But it is named. You won't believe it's not spider. So.
Well, I do believe it's not spider.
Yeah, exactly. And so you eat the delicious spider-flavored ration, wait the 4 hours, and after 4 hours, the machine whirs and hums and seems to be back in its original gene therapy state.
And now we have to wait an hour for 3 people to get rid of rabies?
Yeah, now we all use it.
I mean,
you guys
take
can?
those who are actually hurt use it, because I can heal 2 people of rabies.
Also, you might be able to shove 4 of yourselves in there, possibly.
I wouldn't
No,
risk
actually,
it.
no.
Let's not tempt fate.
Also, I don't need to use it.
Fair enough.
2 go in, 1 person comes out.
It's a battle royale.
They become a 2-headed giant.
Yeah, exactly. Rawr. Yeah, it's the fly chamber. A fly goes in with you, and you turn into a fly.
So this thing just fully heals me?
No, it does
Can I
not.
use
It has dice and does all sorts of cool things.
It throws dice at your head and then you heal.
Yeah. Throws that. He chucks them at your head. An ethereal hand stretches out inside the chamber and just chucks dice at your face, and you're healed. It's weird, but it works. People don't question it. It just works.
This machine was made by Todd Howard. It just works.
It's been ported over to 7 different other machines, but it just trucks along and sells incredibly well. And they're gonna wait 7 years to put out the next machine.
No, that they put out an image of the next machine.
Yeah, and it doesn't even hint at where the next machine might be.
Oh.
I'm not bitter.
The person in the background also didn't like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he just heard that the machine is going to only be online, so he's angry at that.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, getting away from depressing E3. What do you guys want to do? Are you going to get in the machine?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm gonna let somebody else get in the machine first. I think.
I go first. I fixed it.
Okay.
You're confident in your work.
Trust in my handiwork.
I fixed it. I want to do it first.
Confident.
Okay, I'm just gonna have my pistol ready for in case the fix was not as good as we thought it was.
Introducing
have an
mutant
hour.
tweak.
Yeah, mutant tweak.
How many tentacles are you holding up right now?
That's a trick question. I got you, you filthy mutant. Okay. So you jump into the machine, and
We're.
yeah, the machine whirs into action, and it starts to scan you, and you see these like blue ethereal lasers start to go all over your body.
Wait, if
And
is it using radiation?
yes.
Doesn't he have machine parts in him? Isn't that going to mess up his computer parts?
Well, we'll just find out, won't we? Get in the machine. No.
Right now, he's already inside.
Oh boy.
Is that like a thing? Does the radiation?
I haven't seen in
Well,
reality, but I haven't seen rules.
It's changing his biology, which won't be changing with his computer parts. So maybe his computer parts won't be the same size as his.
If it's not in the rules, it's no worry.
I'm just thinking more Reality 6 rather than rules. I don't think they ever thought about that when they made the machine.
This is why they don't
Space
design
magic
rules on
science.
reality.
Space magic science with radiation.
Yes,
Magic
don't worry
radiation.
about it.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know enough about gene therapy machines to make that ruling on the fly. So let's just say no.
Because I don't think there's a such thing yet.
Come on, give him an extra arm.
Wait.
Just because he has computer parts.
Wait, are you telling me that you want discrimination based on people who have weird things put into their body? Because that's not going to end well for you, my friend.
Who said the things inside of my body are weird? They just say nice things to me and I let them in.
Dragon.
And then I also have augmentations.
Venom stinger.
Hey, the venom stinger goes in other people.
Yeah. I don't know. So you get into the machine, and yeah, you get scanned. And after a few minutes, it wears into action and starts blasting you with some pretty fun radiation. And it just radiates away all your cellular things. Let's see here. Let's go by the actual rules. Roll. Well, no, I'm gonna roll this.
Roll a fortitude say.
Okay, so you regain. You go to full health, not full stamina, just full health. And did you have space rabies?
Yes.
I think your space rabies is cured. Let's see here.
Did we use our DNA to make the templates?
Yes.
Would
we have
rabies
no
not carry on to that, or is that not something that would carry in? Because they've been giving rabies to everybody
Okay,
else.
let's not go into DNA.
I don't know how this would work. I mean, we're taking
No.
samples of our body. Wouldn't samples of our body have the rabies in it?
Like, your hair is DNA, but your hair doesn't have rabies in it.
Yeah, like DNA is rabies. Disease doesn't go into DNA. Like if two people with
Well,
rabies
it
have a
sounds
kid, the
we're
kid doesn't have rabies.
I mean, it sounds we're using like hair or something like that isn't rabid. Because it's in our blood, it's
Yeah.
not in our DNA.
Space magic science.
I just put some
Yeah.
venom in there.
Pretty much. Okay, these guys. No.
That's also a question. What happens to all the my augmentations if I go in there? Because all of mine are biological.
You're right,
Biological.
you know what? I think it would be best if you just don't use the machine. It might damage you.
Yeah.
See here.
I mean, you have no worries. You don't need the machine right now, at least.
Okay, so yeah, you are healed to full HP, and your space rabies is cured. You only had space rabies, right? Like that's the only disease you had?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, so it's cured. You no longer have that.
How many tentacles does he have now?
18.
Yeah.
18 only on
18.
fact.
Sweet.
18. Yeah.
Awesome.
I also rolled for space tentacles, and he got 18. It's pretty dope.
Does that mean I can
Oh.
wield 8 weapons?
But both me and
Yeah.
Demoralizer have dragon glands.
I mean, oh yeah.
That's one hell of a multi-attack, I'm just saying.
But
No,
They
because
can't sound tentacles, so.
what-
multiple limbs don't increase the number of attacks you get. So
That's bullshit.
No, see,
That's-
it's Pathfinder anymore.
that's how it is. So yeah, the chamber just like with a hiss and a release of steam, because you know that's dramatic. the doors open and he walks out. You see no difference, but he looks healthier.
We see
So
no
you do see a
difference, but he
difference.
looks
Yeah,
healthier, so we do see a
You do
difference.
see a difference. Yeah. You definitely see a difference. God, I'm good. I'm so good. All the things that I do. It's fantastic. So yeah, you are now cured of your space rabies, and it is 11 p.m. in game currently.
I guess we camp
Almost
out
11
here,
p.m. up.
then.
Out. Earl. For me, anyway.
Just set it to human and have a good old radiation session.
No, I don't need the machine.
Don't you have rabies? Or are you just going to use the spell to get rid of them?
So I'm gonna use my spell to get rid of it. And I'm not that hurt, I could just heal naturally. No need to wait an hour for that.
Scared of space science magic.
No, I just don't see a reason to wait an hour for something that happens overnight anyway.
Come on, a little bit of radiation never hurt anybody, except for all those people that turn into mutants.
For
And also
science.
Yeah.
You're free to step inside if you're that interested in the machine,
I
but
will
I
step
say
in the
we
machine and we'll see what it does to my dragon gland and other modifications. This could be bad.
I respect your sacrifice.
That's the question. Did Kish have augmentations and this is machine fitted for you having augmentations?
Let's say no, because that just sounds fun.
Your
doesn't
dragon gland just turns into a vet gland. It doesn't do anything.
pretty much. It's just a lame old vest clan.
Oh,
So you're stepping into the machine.
I step into the machine.
Do you have any hit points lost?
No hit points lost, but I do have space rabies.
Okay. Ooh, that might. Your space rabies is not cured. Wah, wah, wah. And your dragon gland seems to not be working currently. Dun dun dun.
Womp.
Do you want me to breathe mine into yours? Just give it a little recharge.
What did you? What? What?
What?
Well,
Did I break up, or did nobody understand me?
I don't know what happened. Can you just repeat the thing you said?
I said, does he want me to breathe into his with mine, and then to give it a good old recharge?
is the dragon
that's
gland like
okay.
outside your throats or built like inside your throat?
No, it's inside.
Yeah.
Oh.
But my response to Carvin on that idea is, baby, I don't swing that way.
Not with that attitude, you don't.
I'm saving myself for a nice Vesk lady.
I press one of the buttons on my disguise. I turn myself into a Vesk lady.
Where is this going? Ooh.
Yeah, me and Carvin are gonna need a few minutes.
Yeah. Empty the
So
room.
just be
please.
outside or in the ship.
Wozers.
Okay, so what happens to my other augmentations and modifications?
What augmentations do you have? Jesus.
Is there another one of those things in here with us?
No,
So I've
no.
got a Mark II Dex augmentation. That's a Synaptic Accelerators. I've got a Mark I Strength augmentation, which is a symbiote. I got my dragon gland, and I've got a speed suspension.
Wait, do you have a Mark 1 Dex and Strength?
I have a Mark II Dex and a Mark I Strength.
Okay.
So any biological augmentations are currently deactivated. You will need a long rest, or in the case of Dragon Gland, a resolve point in order to reactivate those.
Okay. No. My symbiote is off.
I just speak to my symbiotes and say I'll never turn them off.
I'll never hurt you, baby. And you just rub up against your shoulder as you see the shoulder
And I
muscle
did
just
not
right
lose my
around.
space rabies. Is that correct?
No, yeah. So all your augmentations temporarily turned off, but you still have rabies. What a good
It
machine.
didn't help you at all.
Step in there again for another hour.
So
Worse than
I just sigh dejectedly and foam at the mouth a little bit.
So it's currently dormant, but yeah, you can foam at the mouth if you want.
I mean, it hasn't progressed that far, but still very disappointing
So it's
development.
pretty much midnight by now. Or 1
Yeah, it's like
p.m.
11 p.m. I think he said.
Yeah, then you go in and there's an
11
hour, so midnight. I guess we can sleep in this building.
Yeah. Let's find a room that is not the Enertron room and set that up.
What do you mean? It's just come on. It's just safe radiation. It's good radiation.
Well, there was a big room over here, wasn't there? Yeah, this one. Oh, you came here. Yeah.
I'm just gonna set up my mobile hotelier over here somewhere.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you set it up in this like 3x3 centering on this table. Let's see. What does? Nah, he's gonna run. Kish John kind of unravels a bedroll that he's been traveling with and just kind of lays down into it. Alrighty then. Are all of you going to sleep, or are you? Actually, no. Can't Sparks keep watch?
Yeah, Sparks keep watch.
Yeah.
His battery's very long because I've upgraded it.
Yeah, it's like
Can he alert us if something?
Yeah,
he can
he's
speak.
got a voice that
Okay.
he doesn't like to use a lot. He's a silent boy.
Before we go to sleep, I'll use my last spells to cure space rabies from myself and Demoralizer.
You're using the spell Remove Affliction, right?
Yeah.
So you have to attempt a caster level check.
That is correct. First myself and then the Motrola.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so you are both cured of your space rabies. You are now rabies free since 2223. Alrighty then, and Sparks is keeping watch at the door. So all of you guys head to sleep. And the night passes uneventfully. Uneventfully. And all of you gain back. Is it all your stamina and all your resolve? I can't remember.
Oh yeah, all your stamina and all your resolve.
Cool.
And your level and health, but I don't think we need to worry about that.
I don't think anybody has lost their health for now.
Why does Ava have a stopwatch?
I don't know.
I don't know. Okay.
I might have.
It's gone now.
Yeah, I guess I added it by accident.
What? Wait, what do you press? That seems interesting.
It's the where are all the symbols?
But what button did you press?
To get the number?
You just hover over them.
Hover over them and press the number on your keyboard.
That's cool. Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Oh wow!
There's something new every day.
Yeah.
That's super
Additional
useful.
knowledge acquired.
That's pretty damn useful.
Wow.
That's what we normally use
really
for
awesome.
Timers and things.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
Unless they're over 10 rounds, because then it gets messy. But yeah, it's nifty.
Isn't that fancy?
That is super fancy.
Boo. Okay, so yeah, all of you guys wake up. So, yeah, this is kind of weird. Okay, let's see. Yeah. So, this is just okay. Because you guys have both of the ancient data pads, those triangular little things, you can attempt a computers check to see where those messages came from. And I don't know the better way to get that information out there.
I'll
Okay.
aid whoever wants to
Yeah,
do it.
Yeah, I'm also
And
aiding.
there's the roll, boys and
Just-
girl.
Yeah,
Right
that's-
there.
You up to 35 of mine?
I think I got it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with your
maybe
35, you're
Let's do that.
35, you succeed.
I
handily.
solved the mysteries of the universe.
Yeah, pretty much. So you triangulate the location from which these messages have come from, and you locate it to be about 1,350 feet to the north. Is that west? I need a better.
Need a compass?
I need a compass.
That's one on the map.
I need a compass.
There
Yeah,
is
but
no shortage of those.
The useless one on the map only shows me where north is, which I'm pretty good at telling where north is. Okay, northwest. So yeah, about 1,400 feet to the northwest is where these messages have come from. Is what you know from triangulating that with the data pads. Yep.
Relay that information to Jevral and ask if he still wants to guide us over there.
You want to go to the Broken Lands?
What are the Broken Lands?
They are a very hostile place. No Kish go there except for those young and foolhardy who wish to prove themselves sometimes the Kish wants to impress a potential mate by making a perilous journey into the Broken Lands, but no sane mind goes there. They are floating hunks of rock in the sky held up by our ancestors' magic, and it is said that all those who go there die. Very few have ever returned. I cannot take you there. You will have to find your own way.
Can you at least tell us what kind of dangers exactly we should expect there?
I mean, of course, they are the floating hunks of rock, floating thousands of
Aside
miles
that.
in the air, and a fall would, of course, be fatal. Falling into the heart of a gas giant is usually a fatal fall. Aside from that, the sharp wings hunt the skies, looking for easy prey that dare cross the rocks. So beware of those. They are mighty flying predators.
It's called what now?
The sharp wings. They have sharp wings.
Okay.
They hunt the skies.
I don't know what I was expecting. Okay, let's carry on.
I mean, yes, it is a very self-explanatory name.
It is. It is shockingly so.
I would recommend talking to Herald Tezel. See if she or they, yes, she has any aid that she can lend to you if you wish to head into this perilous land of death and sharp wings.
Hearing the rocks, I'm gonna turn off my load lifter and turn on my jump jets.
That is a good idea. Jetpack. Yeah, okay. Jetpack and jump jets are not the same thing.
They're not the same thing, no. Jump jets is basically make me do a 30-foot jump,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or half that distance upwards.
Jump
Yes.
jets have to end on the ground. You have to end your turn on the ground. Jetpack does not have that limitation.
Yeah.
I
Otherwise,
mean, I
they
could just
would
fall if I wanted to.
yeah, I was about to.
Fall
I was
with
about to say. I was an option to fall with style thousands of miles and splatting on the core of a gas giant.
I mean, it's a good opportunity if you want to make a new character.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I know I can fly up 20 feet straight up. That's fine.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. What could ever go wrong? Broken Lands. So what do you guys wish to do?
Take Chevrol's advice and speak to the Herald.
Yeah, that sounds like the good idea.
Also, like to just to kind of report what we have found.
Cool.
Beans?
Yeah, I was. I think you heard my pause. I was just like, should I say it? I shouldn't say it. Let's not say it. No, it's a catchphrase now, I guess. It's not a bitch. So yeah. So you guys start heading towards the Cloudside condominiums. And same deal as when you were walking towards the House of Renewal, walking through streets of Kish, and they are, well, not overtly hostile. They definitely don't seem to be especially welcoming to outsiders. So they give you the stink eyes, but as you get closer to the Cloudside condominiums, they seem to be a bit friendlier, though still not welcoming you with open arms, just kind of ignoring you. And not really paying you any overt attention until you finally get to the Cloudside condominiums and head inside the large black double doors. Beep, beep, boop, boop. And yeah, so you guys head up to Harold Tizale, and she just kind of welcomes you guys back with open arms, like, welcome back. I'm glad that you are okay. Have you found success? Have you found the success that you sought in the Maze of Ghosts and House of Renewal?
We found somewhat of success. Not exactly what we were aiming for. We definitely learnt quite a bit.
I suppose that is better than not learning anything at all.
Right.
With our findings, we will be heading towards the... Would it be north from the village? If it was northwest from here.
Yes, you are heading into the Broken Lands.
Yes, the Broken Lands. I was asking if they were north from here, because they were northwest from the the house.
They're just straight north. Actually, we should just drop into the map. They are over here.
Oh, that's more of a 30-foot jump. Yeah, I can't do that. Maybe there's smaller rocks along the way.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
I can jump to this one.
Rocks.
Maybe jump to this.
These are not the only rocks. These are the most prominent rocks along the way. So she just kind of tells you, like, it is a very dangerous area, the Broken Lands, and it is, well, there is a likelihood of death. I want you to have this.
You're gonna die half this present.
Yeah, no, it is a titanium alloy cable line and a grappling hook. It was my grandfather's, but I want you to have it. It will help you greatly along this terrible journey that you are about to face. Oh.
Is she actually giving us cable and a hook?
She's giving you a titanium alloy cable line and a grapple with a fully charged battery.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know why. What?
I don't question it. I just do it.
You just turned it out.
Job. I just follow the Book of Job. Oh boy. Yeah. So yeah. So you get that. She also says to you, like, oh, and before you go, if you do come back, well, I have never gone to the Broken Lands myself, and I've never known anyone who would dare to be so foolish. So if you do survive, please, I would love for you to regale me with a story of your heroism across the floating rocks.
I could do one better and show you a video.
What is this video you speak of?
A visual repeat of what's happened in the past.
We'll explain later.
That sounds way better than a lame story.
Can I call up on my wrist computer the video I took of the Hall of Ghosts to show them as an example?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah, they just kind of go, oh, this is the same. You have the same magics the ancestors do. You can see very far with your magical eyes. This is most impressive. I look forward to seeing your video of the Broken Lands.
Who wants to have the cable and grappling hook? Because I already have 130 feet of cable.
I mean, I'll throw it in my null space chamber. God knows I have enough room in that thing. So awesome.
Oh yeah, didn't you guys also find a null space chamber Mark II?
I think we did. I don't.
Yeah.
I've only got a Mark 1 though.
Who's holding the Mark II? By the silence, I'm pretty sure nobody's holding it. Did I put it in the ship inventory? Let me check.
I really,
Where did we
really
find
gotta
it?
get that. I think you found it in the Maze of Ghosts? Question mark.
Yeah, wasn't that the thing that was containing the items?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, it
pretty
was.
sure. I'm like,
Okay.
no, not that.
I
not
probably
this.
missed that then.
Yeah, it's not in the loot, so apparently nobody took it.
Well, I mean, you took it. Just,
Yeah, we took it. It's just
Yeah.
nobody has an inventory. Guess I'll carry it. I'll have to look up the stats.
I'm being crazy.
No, I do remember there was a grade 2 one. Because Demoralizer said about his one and that he didn't need the other one because it was heavier or something.
Yeah. A haste circuit armor upgrade, shock fusion seal, snub scattergun, all hidden within a Mark II null space chamber. So yeah, you guys found that. Cool. Okay.
I don't know what we did. Is anyone holding that scatter gun? Oh no, it's in loot.
Man,
It's in the loot.
I just.
Oh yeah, it's in the loot.
It's in
That's
one
why.
It's in one of the chambers.
No, it's
it's
in our loot handout. That's why we're not doing anything with it.
Oh yeah, the null space chamber is in the loot handout as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the circuit armor upgrade? Let's see.
That's such a good question. Wow.
I don't know if that's going to be campaign specific. Circuit. There's a haste circuit. Oh yeah, it's because there's a return space. Oh yeah, that's the thing. That's just speed. Doesn't give you an extra attack. I don't think. Yeah, gives you 30-foot more movement speed, and if you do a full attack, you can also make another move action. But nobody had space for it.
Yeah, everybody had other things like electric field thing and the thing.
So I'll just keep all that in the cargo hold, but I'll see how heavy the null space chamber is.
I think it was super light.
Oh, it's just bulk of light, so yeah, I'll have that on myself.
Yeah, it's just basically a bag of holding. super light and just can hold like 25 bulk or 50 bulk of stuff.
Would this be a good stopping point for?
I mean, we can stop here. Yeah.
I get the feeling the next part is going to take more than an hour.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
So I think this then would be a good stopping point. So thank you.
We shall carry on next week.
Shall carry on next week. Look forward to seeing you all then.
Thank
I'm
you.
excited we have gotten back to adventuring in the great beyond.
In
And getting infected by weird
yeah, getting
alien
weird
creatures and
Too.
you know all the fun stuff. You know?
Hey, at least
Getting
we've
really
had
excited.
5 sessions without being impregnated.
That's good.
I
That's
mean,
good. That's a
yeah,
new record, actually.
That is
I
a
mean-
new record, yeah.
It's like, could rabies technically be that?
No.
No. I mean,
That
we
doesn't
probably could have
exist.
counted it if somebody got into the machine and let it fail on them, and
I mean, yeah, I guess. Yeah,
that
that
could
would,
have
that
been
would
an
probably
awkward
be it.
moment.
Well,
I
don't.
Rabies is a virus, so
So,
You know,
like,
when
how
we-
debilitating was the mutation? Like, if we would have gotten it and it failed, like,
Oh,
would've
so
been, like, doing mini-me?
as just as an aside, if you would have gotten in there and it would have failed, you would have been blasted. So you know how when you get radiation sickness, you have to make a save once every day.
Oh God.
For an hour, it would have blasted you every minute. So you would have had to make a DC 17 saving throw every minute for an hour. So you would have just been either killed, most likely killed, or just turned into a heap of like mutated body parts.
What?
So that's what that does. Yeah, it's
Good,
just-
good thing we fixed it.
yeah, good thing you
Yeah.
fixed it.
yeah, it is a
That's
good thing that we
horrific.
fixed it.
Yeah, unfortunate for those few souls who had that happen to them.
That's horrific.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's not ideal. It's really
That's
not
not
ideal.
ideal.
No.
Sometimes
Well,
it pays to be the cautious explorers.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
on that
it
note,
really does.
Good. Have a good evening, guys.
Yeah, same.
You too.
Catch you guys.
Yep. See you next week.
Have a good one. Night.
Bye.
Next week.